Fugazee podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. We got a call-in show today, man. Let's go for the call-in show. All right. We are live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for all the supporters for tuning in as you've been tuning in. Once again, we got a call-in show today. We got my co-host over here.
Ease, what's going on?
We lit. We have two lovely ladies on the couch. Say hi.
Hi.
And today, man, we just having a call-in show. Just a quick update, man. We had some technical difficulties. That's why we didn't start on time. So thank you for the wait. Other than those technical difficulties that we had about like 10 girls scheduled today. But, you know, girls always canceling and flaking. That's okay. We still run the show. But anyways, let's get into introductions. Let's have the ladies introduce themselves. And then I'll go over the directions of the call-in show and everything else like that. Let's start with you. Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Mirza. I'm 27 and I'm from New Jersey.
Maricel?
Mirza.
Marissa.
Mirza.
Marissa.
Mirza.
Misa.
Mirza.
Do I have to say it with like a Russian? Misa.
No, you gotta roll your R. Mirza.
What's your nationality?
Guatemalan.
Oh, you Guatemalan.
Yes.
So I roll the R.
Yes.
Okay, I give up. What do you do for a living?
I'm a massage therapist.
Massage therapist. So you touch feet for a living. You be touching dogs? Touch these dogs.
I'm okay.
Wait, put the camera on. Put the camera on. Put the camera on.
Your foot gonna get out.
Let's go to two. So you are a massage therapist. That's cool. And relationship status?
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
4 years.
4 years. How old did you say you were?
27.
27. Okay. All right. So what was your longest relationship? Well, how long was your longest relationship?
It was, I'm gonna say about 8 years.
Dang, he got you pregnant?
Yes.
Didn't keep it?
What?
You kept it?
Yeah.
Oh, the little nigga here. Steve.
The kid?
I need you act.
I'm trying.
I got you. So you said the kid, how old is your kid? Daughter or son?
Son.
Son, how old?
Sons. 10.
Sons.
Sons.
10, and what's the other age?
8.
8. Okay.
And
cool.
5.
Oh, then you got 3. Damn, yo, she got a date. Guatemalans just have kids in a row. You have 1 papi, 2
No.
papi, 3.
No. 1.
Okay.
One baby dad. She
One baby dad.
daddy,
I know.
yes.
I'm talking about the
Okay.
papi. She got sons.
Yeah, right.
Papi. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Okay, I thought
Alright,
you were
cool,
saying
got
different puppies. And
No
sir.
different daddies. Okay, so one father,
Yes.
multiple different kids. Okay, got you. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
I'm Kate. I'm 41 and I'm from Allentown.
Kate, 41, from
And
Allentown.
I have one child who's 16 and it is only one father.
One father.
made that
Made
clear.
it clear. I'm 41, 1 kid, 16 years old, 1 baby father. Got you. What do you do for a living?
I'm an eBay reseller and I also read tarot cards.
You read tarot cards.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be interesting.
Uh-oh.
Chat. We have a tarot card reader, so maybe when y'all call in,
I don't have any cards.
I see the pop-ups you doing, Steve. That look all right. My man Steve with the pop-ups. Okay, Steve. Hey, we got Steve back here. He on the switchboard today. Hey, and in regards to the debate, me and Steve had a religion versus atheism debate yesterday, and we had to take the stream down because it was some vulgar language in the debate, which made it demonetized. So we took it down, but we'll put it back up. So maybe within the next few days, we'll put that up. I got people calling already on the stream.
Damn.
Hey, you got to wait a little bit. I know it's a call-in show, but we'll have a segment for when we are going to be answering the phones, and I'll put the number out there too. Actually, let's get to that. So, this is how we'll run today's show. Me and Ease will be conversing with the ladies about dating and relationships. Other than that, we'll have moments where you could call in. But we are going to prioritize the callers that send in a super chat. So if you donate and you want to call in, we are going to prioritize your call. So you could donate, and with the last, you can send in, anything, $1, $5, who cares? Whatever you donate, we will prioritize those calls. And you want to, when you send in a super chat, just put the last 4 of your number. So the last 3 digits, actually. Last 3 digits of your number. Make it easier for you. So, once again, I'll state it again. Call-in show, but we are going to prioritize the callers that donate. Send in super chats, right? So, if you send in a super chat, you are going to be the first call, because we got people still calling in right now. You're going to be the first call that we pick up. We are going to prioritize your call, but you want to put in the last 3 digits of your number when you send in a super chat. Other than that, Ease, you got anything? No?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, like the podcast. We are live on Facebook and YouTube right now, so like the channel. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And let's get into the show. So, ladies, did you ladies have any questions at all?
Not yet.
No questions? Okay, cool. I guess I'll get into a question of my own. Let's see. Starting with you. I'm sorry, you said your name was again?
Kate.
Kate. Very simple. Kate. So are you more loyal to your friends or to the man that you're with?
I couldn't say either or, because I'd be as equally loyal. I choose my friends very carefully. I also choose my man very carefully. So there's only a certain amount of people that go in that inner circle, and I'm very loyal to those people.
Got you. So you got a little inner circle and you're very loyal to those people. And I don't think we asked you the question. Are you in a relationship?
No.
You're not? How long you been single for?
About 2 years.
About 2 years? Okay. Were you married at all?
Briefly, yeah.
You was married briefly and you was like, forget this dude. You divorced. You took half?
No.
No,
We weren't legally married. We were like a spiritual ceremony. It's my son's father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did it spiritually.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So you said that the question was, are you more loyal to your friends or your man? And you kind of said you have a tight circle. So let's give a direct answer.
I mean, my man would, if I was in a serious relationship, I would consider him my best friend.
Got you. So you would be more loyal to your man than your friends.
Yeah. I mean,
sure.
I guess.
Kate, you got Brittany, you got Christina. They've been friends. They're tarot card readers too, or something like that.
I feel like you have to talk about certain things with certain people. So, like, if you're having a problem with your man, you have, like, very close friends or family members that you can confide in.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be, like, spreading your business about your relationship to all your friends and stuff. That's not cool either. Like, you see what I mean? But, like, same thing with, like, your man. Like, if he's your best friend, you should be able to talk to him about, like, if you're having a problem with your mother or your sister or your best friend, Tanisha, or whatever.
Okay. Okay, so you kind of played a middleman in between the friends.
I mean, loyalty is loyalty. If I'm loyal, I'm loyal until you do me dirty. And then
all right. but you did answer. You said that if you had to choose, it'd be your man, your loyalty.
Yeah, if he's my partner, yeah.
Got you. Okay, cool. And what about you? What's your name again?
Mirza, right? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He's got it.
I'd be more loyal to my significant other.
You'll be more loyal to your significant other. Were you married to that? Okay, you were married before.
Yes.
Before. You divorced him?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all was legally married or spiritually married?
No, we were legally married.
Okay, y'all was legally married. What's I just curious. What's the reason you divorced him? Like, what's the main reason? I know it's a whole bunch of things because women be in their emotions. But what's the main?
Like, what was the nail in the coffin? Like, that's it.
See, because then y'all gonna be like, she broken.
No. Do your thing. Just,
2 main reasons is he stopped providing and he got abusive. So
physically or emotionally?
Both. Physically and emotionally.
Like physically like this, like
no,
you're doing too much.
No, not like that.
Or he was choking you up. All right, never mind. That's a little too. Okay, you don't got to.
It's a little too much, but
that's a little too much. That's touchy.
No,
okay.
but it was So just
So you said that the first one was what?
he stopped providing.
Not providing.
Not provide. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
So within the not providing, just a question for you. Was he like, did he have a job and lose his job or something? Or you was out providing him? How did that dynamic work?
So it started off him providing, and he was,
Like
keeping up with.
He was
the sole
keeping a
provider.
job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
You
a
were staying at
stay-at-home
home.
mom.
Okay.
Stay-at-home
Stay-at-home
mom.
mom.
Right. And then some stuff, a little progressed, and he's like, okay, out of the military. And from there, he didn't really pick himself up. So it was like, come on, my guy. Like, we have 3 kids, a whole.
Yeah.
And then I tried to like step in and be like, okay, well, you're not stepping up. We still have needs, so I want to go and work. But then his ego got in the way, and it was like,
Did he have vices to why he wasn't, like, why he was not asserting himself and being ambitious? Like, was vices meaning like video games, smoking, drinking?
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Dang, all 3 of them.
So it was kind
Okay.
of like, like, I need a little more from you. You're not
Yeah.
doing it. So
Whatever happened till death do us part.
well, I wasn't trying to die.
She like,
So I'm gonna part before death comes my way.
okay, go ahead.
So, with that being said, so you're single. I'm pretty sure, whether it's now or later, you're gonna want to date again. So, what do you expect from the new guy you date?
Man, that's tough. Cause I have 3 kids, so it's like
That's why I asked. I just want to know your thought process. So, like, what are some main things?
I mean, I definitely want the new person to be a provider, protector. Like, I know I can't be like a stay-at-home mom because I have 3 kids outside of that relationship.
So when you say provider, because your situation is unique, so provider, just for you or for you and the kids, or like how do you want him to provide? Because you did say you wanted to work too, so.
I mean, I would prefer not to work, but being that I have kids, it's like I still like it's not. I wouldn't expect the other person to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take charge of you and your kids. That's it's. I mean, I would hope it would happen.
Okay, yeah,
in a
that was my next
world.
question. So
Yeah.
in a fantasy world, what would you want from the next guy that you date? In a fantasy world, this is hypothetical. Your own perfect
everything
utopia.
Yeah.
What would you want?
No, I would want, to be financially taking care of me and the
So
kids.
you got to take care of Luke, Duke, and baby. You got to take care of all 3 of the kids. So what you finna give him in return if you want a man that's going to come into your life? You got 3 kids. You 26? 27. Are you 27 years old? You got 3 kids. And say if this guy comes into your life, what are you, now the question is, she just pretty much answered this. She want to do to come in and provide. Now the question is, what would you give to that man?
In return.
And we're going to ask you that same question.
I mean, I'm a very nurturing person. I'm loving. I have like a peace. I bring peace. So, it's like if he's providing, there's hot meals always going to be ready, a clean home you come into.
Guatemala meals. You ever had some Guatemala food?
I have not. I did ask about.
I have not had no Guatemala food. Y'all cook pastelillos though, empanadas?
No.
Y'all don't have isn't it Spanish, right?
It is. I mean, we can make empanadas.
Wait, where's Guatemala at?
Wait, it's South America, right?
It's South America.
South America.
Right.
Next to Brazil, one of them?
It's next to El Salvador.
El Salvador?
Honduras, just like in that little conjunction.
Y'all don't cook empanadas?
Do you guys have your own version of beef patties? Like you guys have your own version of beef patties?
I like empanadas, my bad.
Dobladas. We have tamales. That's what pastelitos.
Tamales.
Tamales.
Oh, y'all got tamales. Okay.
I have a question for you.
That could keep a man around for a little bit. You got tamales. That's what I'm asking.
The new guy you date, right? Let's say he does provide everything you want in your own perfect little world. Would you give him a kid if he wanted one?
Yeah.
You would?
So you down to have more kids?
Yeah.
Down to push out some more babies? Okay.
I think I'm a great mom. So.
How many more? Like, let's say he wanted 2 or 3. Would you be down for that?
He want to beat out the other dude. He in competition because the other dude gave you 3.
Right, because what
he
if
trying to come in and at least give you 4?
Right, because what if he has no kids and he's like, well, I want kids of my own, especially with you.
I always said my max would be 6 or 7 kids. So I am open to it, but that does come with a whole lot of,
Right, because you want him, because you want to
gotta be able to provide for 7+ kids.
Yeah.
And a wife. and yourself. So, you gotta have deep pockets if you want to have that many kids.
I have another question. I'm sorry.
You want to go to her? Oh, you got one more?
Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. 'Cause I could ask her the same thing too.
I bet. So the question is, what kind of man? Pretty much is the man that you would. How did you word the question?
Yeah. So the next man that you decide to date.
Yeah.
In your own perfect world, what would you like him to bring to the table?
Provider and protector. I mean, I can do those things for myself, but it's nice to not have to worry about that. Like, my child is almost grown, and I don't want any more.
Okay, so is there age range that you would like this man to be? Like, between what age and what age?
I feel like under 20. I mean, I feel like this is even a stretch, but under 25 is, I can't. I just couldn't. I don't think so. Okay. And I don't think I could do over 50.
Okay.
Yeah. I just feel like, I feel like I'm a very free spirit, and I mean, I'll never, I can't say, I'll never say never. So, but, I mean, my son is 16, so I couldn't date an 18-year-old. That would be gross to me.
Yeah, like, but you're down to still date, someone that's like, 21, 22.
I don't know. I feel like it's...
What's the youngest, though?
I'd say mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Yeah, like
okay.
Over 25 or older, yeah.
And you said the oldest is 50.
It really depends.
You're 41.
On the person. I know, but like, I feel like, I mean... Even people my age bore me.
She wants a young hot tamale.
I'm single. I'm picky.
So you want a young tenderoni.
Young whippersnapper.
They have to be mature though, and that's hard to find. You can't. Okay. Or somebody who's older and has a very free spirit, young side. Like,
another question for you: the young guy, right? Mm-hmm. Would you be, since you're 41 years old, would you be like prioritizing this young guy coming into the relationship, being able to provide for you? Or would you not really prioritize his finances? You're going to just more prioritize maybe the vibe that you and him share?
Sex, I feel pretty much. Sex.
I mean, sex is very important, and it's like, if it's good, it can like overpower your intuition about all the other aspects of the relationship too. But when it comes down to it, it's not so much about what the man is bringing to the table when he comes into the relationship. It's what you guys can build together. So, I mean, if he's working hard in a warehouse somewhere making $15 an hour, but you see that he has a good work ethic, if you're a good woman and support, help him, bring himself up, and I believe the same thing with myself. If he can bring some, business advice to the table and things like that and help me, grow my business, so I want to be an empress and I want to find an emperor.
Okay. So how has the dating scene been for both you guys? Are you guys struggling to find the ideal man that you're looking for, or what is it like? What has dating been like since you guys been divorced and single?
It's been wild.
Good, bad, in the middle.
And before we get to that question, hey chat, we're gonna get to the call-in number. We're gonna take calls after this question, actually. And I see some super chats coming in. Hey, Steve, how's it going with the super chats? Did they pop up on the screen or no?
Yeah, they were, but not how we wanted them.
How did they?
I took them off.
What did it look like? It looked weird.
It was literally just the Streamlabs emoji. It didn't have the writing or anything.
So it didn't have what they said.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll look into that. Hey, chat. We're working on some technical stuff that when y'all send in the super chats, we going to have those pop up on the screen like every other live podcast y'all watch. We use OBS and Restream, so we're figuring out some technical difficulties with it. Other than that, I'll just get to the super chats real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get that question answered.
Yep.
Passport Bro Stacks sends in $5. He says, "Hey chat, search for Passport Bros Anthem by Passport Bro Stacks. We dancing in airport terminals all 2024." This guy's funny.
that was a little funny.
Holiday Tone sends in $2. He says, "These women show more loyalty to their jobs." Okay. Well, that's another question. Actually, let's ask him real quick. Do you show more What do you show more loyalty to your job or to your man?
To my man.
What about you?
Well, it depends. I
Ooh,
mean,
see, I
if
knew
we're
you
just
had one.
dating, obviously my job, because he's not providing for me, right? Like, if he's just taking me out on dates and buying me.
How was it like with your husband when you guys were together?
That is why we are not together, is because he was a good provider.
Hold up. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it became a thing where it was like, you know, I own you.
So he provided. He was a good provider, but he
expected me to be like, you know, just like like I didn't sign up to be his servant.
Okay, were you working?
No, I was raising our child. He was a baby.
Okay, so don't you think? Well, okay.
Yeah, and I took care of our child. I did a lot of work with him. I kept the house clean. I did the shopping.
Isn't that a fair exchange? Since she's not able to be home to do all that, and you are, don't you think that's like a fair exchange? You're not.
Well, at the end of the day, it could never make him happy because he wasn't happy within himself.
Okay.
So it would be little things like, oh, where's I don't have any clean underwear. It's in the dryer. Oh, you didn't fold it and put it in the drawer.
Oh, he was nitpicking.
Yeah. So like, if your husband's not happy and he expects you to provide the happiness for him because, you know, he has to work and he doesn't like his job and he comes home and he thinks that you're having fun all day with your child, you know, like, because, I mean, I did love being a mom, but...
I agree. Raising kids isn't easy. I don't have any kids,
Rewarding.
But a lot of my friends have kids, and even I lose some patience. Like, damn, go get your kid, bro. Like,
Yeah.
So, you know, I totally get it. Being a full-time stay-at-home mom is a lot of work, and it's not always sunshine and rainbows and singing Kumbaya by the fire. So,
Plus, we got together because, I mean, we were together, but we had our spiritual ceremony and stuff because of my pregnancy. Like, that was an unplanned thing. So I dropped out of college. My son was born on my last year of college. So I gave up my, like, dreams.
Wait,
for my
quick,
son.
where are we at with the question? My bad, because I was fixing her mic.
Oh,
Because we want to make this clear and concise and give some good stuff.
it was based off, I think, one of the super
What was
chats.
the loyalty? to
Okay,
their
we were
job?
still on a
Loyalty to
loyalty.
the job.
Right.
Got you. And you said that
She was loyal to her husband.
she was loyal to her husband. She said, okay,
But
facts,
he
besides her
but-
job.
Right, but he was nitpicking and made her feel like a
I was loyal to
servant.
my son first and foremost. And at the end of the day, when my husband just would not make, like, my life was becoming miserable. I couldn't be a great mother to my child because
Yeah.
I was miserable. It became why am I here? I could go and he thought because he could provide the lifestyle that we were living, that meant something to me, and it did. I was grateful, but at the end of the day, like, I would be happier moving back in with my parents.
Yeah,
I could
so
raise
you
my
said
son
that
without
you were
you.
loyal to your son more than you were loyal to your father. I'm loyal to your husband.
Yeah.
Loyal to his father. Do you think that's a good order to have?
I mean, it depends on the grand scheme of things, but I mean,
But-
Yeah, so
it
you
depends on
said
the
that.
man.
Yeah, you said that he was providing and stuff like that, but he was lacking in other things. Maybe lacking in areas where it was like what. Name some of those things where he was lacking in, other than he was taking care of all the bills. That's very hard to do. But what's the other things that he was lacking in?
I mean, he was a big drinker and gamer, so there was that. And
Okay, so
he
so
wasn't
since
very.
he
didn't do anything with our child either. Like,
okay.
yeah, he
No
was
fun
not.
time.
They didn't have a good relationship.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but he just didn't do anything. Like, when I left him,
How old was your
my
kid at
son
this
never
time?
asked about him.
Yeah, how old was your kid at
He
this
was
time?
3 when we left.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's still super young. You know, when a kid is real young, fathers, it's not a necessity for them to always be around because the fathers has to be providing. Think about it, we're human beings. If the man is, putting in X amount of time working to pay for the bills and everything like that,
Feel like
then there's a time slot where you saying that he was using it for his vices, like drinking and playing video games, where he could have been spending time with his son. That's
I
what you're
guess
saying.
the best way to explain what happened is when we first got together, we were in love. And it was definite love. Like, everybody said you could tell how much he loved me and I was in love with him. And then it felt like I was an employee. and that just isn't
An employee meaning that you
like
were.
this is my job. Like I'm gonna do my job, or I'm gonna get treated like
What
like,
was your job?
apparently taking his underwear out of the dryer and folding it and putting it in the drawer.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, that is a
But
woman's
at the-
job.
But you
A
know,
woman's job is in the
you can't get
kitchen.
your underwear out of the dryer.
Listen, a woman's job is in the kitchen and in the laundry room.
I'm not saying I was living in like
To play devil's advocate, if he's at work and you're home all day.
I wanted to work.
Hold on.
Yeah.
To play devil's advocate, if he's at work all day and you're home all day, you had the time to take the clothes out the dryer and fold it and put it in the drawer.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
said,
But at the end of the day, that's not what I want to do with my life, so I left.
Yeah. Hey,
and that's fine too. That's fine.
let me quick update. We got a lot of people on Facebook right now. We about to close out the Facebook stream. Everyone on Facebook, come on over to YouTube right now. Conversation gonna get a little bit more spicier, which not is always safe for Facebook. So come on over to YouTube. And also, if you want to support the chat, you can send in a super chat. We are gonna be taking phone calls in about 5 or 10 minutes here. We're going to have different moments within the conversations that we having to take some of y'all phone calls. So yeah, we are closing out the Facebook stream right now. Come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. So you were saying that you prioritize your kid over your husband. And my question for you was, is that a good order? You said, well, it can be depending on the situation, right? Generally speaking, how do you think the order should go in a relationship? Do you think there is even an
I
order?
feel like that's a nuanced question, first of all. But for instance,
well, it's not nuanced.
For instance,
how do you think
the time that I spent with my day with my child? He was a brilliant kid. I mean, he was 3 years old. He could count to 100. He's a very bright kid. I spent a lot of time with him. I did a lot of stuff with him. I was always very patient. We talked, we read, we played. Not a lot of moms do that. They put them on the iPad or they sit them in front of the TV all day. With and not saying my kid didn't go into that later on, but I was prioritizing that over the underwear that was in the dryer. It's clean. You have clean underwear. You can get it yourself. I was working on our child. We only get one childhood.
Okay.
To me, that's the priority.
Okay, so to you, the kid is the priority.
And it's also a matter of love and respect, too, because I wasn't getting love and respect.
He wasn't given the love and respect. So, yeah, it's always a yin and a yang to things. You're already saying that he was lacking, which we totally agree with. If he's playing video games and drinking, it's not good at all as a man. So we know that. But then the other things that we're speaking about is your part, right? Your part that we're speaking about is still the part. So I'm asking for an order. And generally speaking, what do you think for the success of a relationship and success for a kid, how should the order be in a house?
If I ever found a man who I trust to come in and be like, what your word is, that goes, then that'll be my husband. And I'll never ever get divorced. I'll be, he'd be my man.
Meaning that you would follow that man.
Yeah, because I don't trust most people.
You don't trust most people in general. So you saying if you ever found the man that you can trust, you would go ahead and let that man lead you, and
because
you would follow
I feel
his
like
lead.
Protector, provider. It's like I said, my emperor. Like I want to think about all the little things that I have to worry about. And you take care of the big picture.
Okay, so man over woman, woman over children. Is that an order?
Like I feel like my personal relationships with my child, or like if I had children, I think about being a foster mom one day, so maybe. But
okay.
I feel like that's where like my strengths would be over like most men. Man can be the provider, and he could be, at the end of the day, say like, no, I'm not spending this money for his, trip to wherever. And if that's a man that I respected, I would respect that.
Got you. Well, you said that you're spiritual, right? Mm-hmm. Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay. So, most religions, it's an order to things. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. Do you believe in that order or no?
Did you say man over woman?
God over man, man over woman, woman over children. Do you believe in that order or no?
No.
Okay, how would you, that's what I'm asking for. Where would you place in
feel
order?
like
Because there has to be some
there's
structure.
Man and woman, like we both can like have an aspect of divinity within us, and like that is they can be equal. It's a partnership. They bring different aspects to the table. The women are the nurturers. We're empathetic and intuitive and you know, abundant and creative and all those things. And the man, you know, they're protective, provide. They, you know, they can make decisions and all those things. Like it's just like a yin and yang. Like I don't feel like men above women. I feel like that's.
So you think men and women are equal?
Yes.
In all aspects of life?
No, I don't think we're equal in all aspects of life. We're totally different beings, but we are equal in the sense of like what we bring to the table.
Who do you think is better at leading in general, men or women?
Leading what?
Just leading in general.
Like a household or a country?
Just leading in general.
I mean, typically like men because they can take the emotion out of it.
Okay.
Like that's why men typically, like presidents all have to be.
So now who do you think is better at leading in general? A mother or her children?
A mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think is better at leading in general? God or a man?
God.
Okay, so you just explained the order right there. God over man because God is better at leading man. Man over woman because man is better at leading women. And women over children because women is better at leading children. You just kind of proved my point right there.
Yes, if you say like leading, like okay, I understand. I see your logic.
You need a logical man.
I see your
right
logic.
Yeah.
I don't like the hierarchy though, where it's like you're putting man above a woman
Well, it's because you put a feeling into it. So logic goes out the window once you start throwing your feelings into it. You just explain carefully and concisely, and you answer the question that generally speaking, men are better at leading than women.
Why I don't have a man.
Well, yeah, this is why.
Because I have not found one that I find to be divine, and
I got you.
Yeah, they'd have to me, they'd have to be somebody.
So this is what I'm saying. If you adopt the truth of what I just spoke, you would then acquiesce your behaviors when you're around a man, because there are men that can lead, but sometimes, generally speaking, not speaking about you, but generally, most women tend to push those men away by their own aura and their own womanly essence. Maybe they're a little bit too masculine. Maybe they're a little bit too forthcoming, and that can push off a masculine man that could lead. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is, if you adopt the truth of what I just spoke into your nature, you would then acquiesce your behaviors, and then you would possibly attract those men that can lead, is what I'm saying. But if you adopted the thinking that men and women is a partnership, then, well, if you're thinking, whatever you think, you tend to behave, and it follows you, and then it brings off an aura about you. And guess what, men? We see that, she's too independent. She all about herself. Let me move on to the next. So what I'm saying is, you'll disqualify yourself from meeting the masculine men that can lead you by your own thinking.
Oh.
Dane, that was good.
I mean,
hey, chat.
Good. That was
good, right?
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's get to the super chats, and then I'm gonna get to you because we got them piling up in here. Let's see here real quick. We have Holiday Tone sends in $5. Appreciate the support, man. This is your second super chat today. He says, "Love in the white." Talking about you, baby girl. He says, "Would you let your new man discipline your kids? Blue hair, coping hard." Oh, he talking about you. Maybe coping about maybe another topic we were speaking about. Okay, so would you let a man discipline your kids?
Your new man at that.
I'm whooping them dang on kids. I told you to shut up.
It depends on the extent of, it would have to be a topic that we would have to discuss as to how we would discipline them, but he would have the right. I would be okay with him disciplining them,
but not hitting them.
Not hitting them.
Oh, okay. Now keep it there.
Figured that.
Okay.
Keep it there. You just said that you would be okay with the new man disciplining your kids, but not hitting them. Now, a question for you. If you were in a relationship with the father the father has access to hit those kids because they his kids. Would you be okay with that?
No, we actually had a conversation with just hitting in general. So it was like, that's not how we're going to parent the kids with violence.
So
but what if the father wanted to, now I'm not talking about the new man. I'm talking about the father. Let's say if y'all was together. What if he wanted to hit, what's one of your son's name? Let's give him a nickname. We don't want to put their names out.
Right.
Lil Ray Ray. No. She Guatemalan. Let's do, what's one of them little Spanish boy names?
Hector.
Or Jose. Jose good.
Or Angel.
No. Jose good.
I like Jose too.
Jose good.
I like Jose.
So let's say if Jose was acting up, and then your husband already put Jose corner, go in the corner now. Jose go in the corner, but Jose tripping out in the corner, and then he give him a warning. Jose, I told you one more time, I'm going there, hit you. I'm going to hit you. How you say hit in Spanish?
Pegar.
What?
Pegar.
Pegar.
So, anyways, and then he goes over there and smacks Jose. What you gonna do?
I think that would be a conversation for him to have, for me and him to have in private.
Okay, so you saying you pretty much are not even insinuating. You are pretty much saying that you have all of authority when it comes to how to discipline the kids in the household. Like, you don't want the man to have any authority of disciplining your kids?
There is an authority, but I feel like communicating as to how we're going to go about it, because I don't want,
Let me just be frank with you.
Wait, has he ever hit the kids before?
He has, yes.
And when he did, how did you react to that?
You got emotional?
What did you say? What did you do? What was your reaction?
I didn't do anything. I sat back and, it's
you let him
I let him do what he was doing, because if I step in the moment, it's like I'm stepping over him, or I'm taking that power away from him. So it's something that we discuss in private, not in front of the kids.
So after he hit his kids, what happened next?
Now, if you're abusing my child to the point where it's like,
we're not talking about abuse. Obviously, we're not talking about abuse.
He getting a spanking. Jose acting up.
So after he spanked his kids, what happened? What happened next between you and him?
A conversation.
You guys spoke about that, seriously,
And what you do? You put your foot down, don't be hitting Jose like that.
No,
Did you withhold sex for compliance? Like, listen, you hit Jose again, you get no boom boom.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
So what you do? You had to do something.
I just had a conversation with him as to why I believe that we shouldn't hit the kids.
Okay.
And
all right.
So go about that.
All right. Let me just be frank with you, baby girl. Kids, they deserve, if they act up, to get their tail whooped.
It depends on what it is that they did.
Okay, so you said it depends. Yeah, of course.
But if it's something like, the kid can't get his emotions right, or he can't regulate himself.
Oh no, you can whoop them emotions straight. Yeah. Why you think I'm like this? I got whooped this way.
I got whooped too.
I wasn't born this way. I got whooped like this. Nah, let me stop playing though.
Hey.
But okay, fair enough, cool. So yeah, you ain't really gonna you definitely ain't gonna let the new man discipline your kids.
Not no hitting them, but talk to him.
So, and this is the thing, right? So the new man comes into the relationship. He is, and you said that you want a man that can protect and provide, that's really gonna lead you, right? He comes into the relationship. He has all the responsibility, right? Because he's the protector and the provider. But he doesn't have any authority when it comes to disciplining the kids, and responsibility without authority, we all know that's slavery. So before I even give you comment, how is it a fair deal for the man to come into a relationship with you, do everything, and then when Lil Jose acting up, he can't even pop Jose in the head without you getting emotional about it? Talk to me.
All right. No, we're not talking about abuse here.
We're not talking about abuse. He's doing it in a logical way, and he's hitting Jose for he's giving him 3 strikes. Jose got to the 3rd strike. Jose getting popped.
That's tough. I guess it would have to be something that before it even happens, it's okay, what are your ways of disciplining?
What if he says, I like spanking kids?
Yeah, niggas like spanking kids.
Yeah, I'm spanking my kid.
I hit kids that ain't even mine. I'm one of them type. Your kid around me, they acting up. Come here. I told you. I told you, stop touching that.
Yo, my parents will let
My
other
kids gonna
people
look at me like,
spank
"Ma,
me.
you gonna let this man do this shit to me?"
Nah, I mean it'd be like my little nephews and nieces and stuff like that. But you know what I mean. And other little kids that I don't know, I may. Oh, when the mom went, yeah, I told you right. Pluck them in the air. I told you stop doing.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just joking.
So what was
They
your
gonna be like, oh, cancel Cooley. He's an abuser.
So what was the question?
Oh, you had something. You were saying something before I started wilding out.
Yeah. It'll come back to me.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was saying, like, how is it a fair deal for the man? Like, you want the guy to come in and you already got a daycare and you want him to come in and take care of you and a daycare, and then he don't even have authority when little Jose act up.
But that was in a fantasy world. That was like,
But it could become reality
It could
because
be-
there are
it could
guys
be
that
reality.
will take on that responsibility.
Like, there's guys out there that make decent amount of money and you may just fit their description, and they may, want to take on a woman that got 3 kids. I wouldn't recommend it, but they may do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
They may go out there and take on that struggle. And if they do it, men do it all the time. But if they do it, like, what do they get in return? I know you said cooking, cleaning, you be bringing peace and all that stuff. That's good.
Nurturing,
All of that feminine energy, you gonna cook them empanadas, but
cheer him on, support him in any
cheer
ways
him
that I
on.
can like.
That's all
support.
stuff that men love, and I'm not going against that. That's all good stuff.
Yeah.
The other stuff is just like,
The kids.
yeah, because it's things that he gotta do with.
Kids do get out of line sometimes, and they do need to get disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, damn, if the kid is being disrespectful towards me and talking disrespectfully, and I told him stop numerous times, and he's still not taking me serious because I'm not his dad.
No, I get what you.
You know what I mean? It's just like, now I gotta whoop you because you didn't.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but like, it's like. I haven't dealt with it, so I wouldn't really know how I would really.
So you got to cross that bridge when you get there.
Let's get your take on this. When it comes to, because you have a kid, but the kid is your kid is 16, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't really a kid no more. You're gonna have to get into a fight.
You have to fist fight that dude.
You have to fist fight home. Be like, listen, body work.
I did not physically discipline my kid, but it's funny because I was always one of the parents that was like, no, let's not, like, I don't believe in that. I think it's like wrong, or like, it's like, to each their own, like, you do your own thing. And then it's just, as I was the first in my family to have a child of that generation, and the first of my friends. And then when they started having kids, like, some of them, it was like, oh yeah, now I see why you hit your child, because some kids are just different. Like, that they respond better to it.
To fathers. Fathers
or
discipline
just,
them.
a flip-flop or a wooden spoon, or, like...
Okay, so you come, you 41. You come from the era when kids got hit upside the head with whatever was around.
Yep. Slippers, license plates. I got hit with a license plate once.
Ooh.
I got hit with another person. Yeah. Yeah. My mother threw my brother at me. Oh, damn. Hey, mama, how you go?
So, but with dating, because both you guys have kids and one is older than the other, so how has dating been since the divorce, since the separation? Has it been good, bad, non-existent?
It's been trash.
Trash?
So dating has been...
No, it hasn't been. It's
trash.
been. There hasn't been too much of it, because my time is limited. I
Have you
3
had
kids.
a one-night stand?
No.
You got 3 kids. Why wouldn't you?
Because why would I?
Yeah,
Okay.
fourth.
I was trying to help you chat up.
No. Why would I
Chat-
have a one night stand? No.
You said your time is limited, so I'm thinking
Right,
that...
my time is limited as to like who I'm gonna share my time with. Like there hasn't been someone that I've met. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna share more time with you. I'm gonna make myself available to see you more often.
Let's get to you. You had a one-night stand during this time you've been single?
I mean,
Keep
I've
it
been
no
single
Fugazi.
off and on for, I'm 41.
Keep it no
I've
Fugazi.
lived a life, and yes, I've had a few one-night stands. I find them to be very unfulfilling, though, because you have to have
Well,
a
of
connection
course,
with
you're
a
a woman.
person.
Yeah.
You have to have, like, well,
Right.
they can be fun. They can be fun. They can be fun, but like,
us.
We
Yeah,
get
we
what
love
we
it.
want, and we ain't got to talk to you again.
it's
But
an
for you,
energetic-
you hurt. Like,
He's gone.
he never
No,
touched
I
me ever
tried.
again.
I was a fuck girl for a little while.
Oh,
You was on them
shit.
streets. Okay.
I mean, I was just like, well, okay, like I used to just know that I was going out with a guy and like I'm not gonna see him again after this. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna see him again. That was my, I'm just gonna have fun and see what's out there and enjoy life. But I don't expect anything out of any of it. And now I'm like more, okay, I know what I want, but I'm not sure it's out there.
Got you. We gonna actually, we were still on your question. You were saying,
Yeah, I was just asking like, how has dating been since you guys been single? Have you guys
said it sucks and didn't have a one night stand? You said it's been like
I mean, ups and downs.
Ups and downs. Okay, cool. Y'all using dating apps?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite dating app?
None of them.
Like, we gotta have one over there. Hinge, Bumble,
Facebook got the dating app, got that section.
Tinder.
I tried Tinder.
Tinder's trash.
Not with it. I think there was one called Coffee Meets Bagel.
I heard about that.
Not really. I am on Facebook dating, but I really just get on it when I'm bored, and I'm like,
I think most people do that. Yeah.
I'm like, meh. And then I exit out, and there's just chats there. They're like unanswered.
Well, when's the last time you've been on a date since you've been single? Have you been on a date since you've been single?
I've been on a couple of dates. The last date I was on was.
And just speaking to Mike a little bit for me.
Okay. Is that better?
That's perfect.
Okay. The last date I was on was maybe about a month ago.
How did that go?
It was okay. It was nice. We went on a coffee. We got coffee. We talked. And we went to go play pool. And then...
Are you going to see him again?
But you're good. I'm just trying to adjust it so it's your face still showing. There you go.
Okay. I have kept in touch with this individual, kind of here and there, but there's just like there's too much video games. It's like, what are you doing after work? Playing video games? Like, I don't really see like what else.
So that
How
one
do you
individual
entertain?
you were talking to, and he's just playing video games. Did you give up the poon?
No.
She give up no poon. And how long y'all been talking for?
A month.
A month, and he still ain't get the poon? Homie, move on. You could do better. Move on. She's not into
For
you.
what?
So what do you want? So what are you looking for? Like you said, he works, and after work he's playing video games. So like, what would you want? What do you prefer him to be doing? Like, what does a man got to do for him to be like, for you to be like, okay, I want to spend more time with you. I want to start a relationship. I want to have sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
bro, they don't know. The facts is that. Yeah, I just
that's
answered the question for
true.
you.
Really, like,
Listen, women don't know what they want. At the end of the day, guys, it's up to y'all to be the best version of yourself. Women don't create any vibe. Men create the vibe, and a woman falls into the vibe that the man creates, and that's how it happens. And then she'll just randomly be like, "Okay, I'll come through. Netflix and chill. 30 minutes into Netflix, clap, cheek clapping noise, and then you won, my dude.
No, so
and
he's not
you don't
cool.
gotta
He has
add
no
back
charisma. He's just
Make
boring.
a
He's
point
whack.
about the dating scene, and one of my biggest pet peeves though is like that men don't put in any effort or interest, like showing, like that's a huge thing to me. If a man, like if you're gonna date a man, like it's fine if you want to play your video games. If you like, basketball, I'm not into it. You like this and I'm not into it. That's all good. We have our own things. I have my own shit that I don't expect you to do. But like, if you're not asking me questions, trying to get to know me, trying to figure out what it is like we can do together that would be fun, or like what kind of movies do you like that I also like those kinds of things. Like,
So you want him to be exciting?
Yeah, but I mean, even just. It's so
because
terrible.
all guys ask that damn question, but you guys don't want to hear from certain guys.
I'm on Bumble.
I got you. Here's the truth, right? You're 41 years old. You got to settle. You got to just lower your standards a little bit. I know you want the guy to be charismatic.
I'll be alone. I'm good being alone.
Look, I know you want the guy to be charismatic and super charming and make you just like, forget about your past and everything. Well, truthfully, that's kind of what you said. Like, these guys is lacking in communication.
I want them to care about me and ask me questions.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the only way a guy can do that if he's really putting in that effort, right?
Yeah.
But most guys, right, when they see dating a woman that's 41, usually the older a woman gets, the more kids she has, usually the easier it is to smash. It's because she's been through a lot, she's experienced a lot, so normally you can get that cookie. And most men know this, that's good with women, so then they'll just acquiesce their behaviors. All human beings is like this in dating. Everyone wants to take the easiest path to success. right? The woman wants to take the easiest path to success, but her easiest path to success is extracting time and resources from the guy. So extracting attention from the guy, like, oh yeah, just I want to make me feel like this, see if we have these interests, all of those things that you were saying. This is extracting time and energy from this man, if you really think about it, because men, we don't give a freak what you're talking about. We got to lie and just sit there and make up some stuff to make you feel good, if we're truthfully being honest, right? So if the dude... That's the facts. So if the
That's why I'm
dude,
single, I don't care about. You know what? I should have been a lesbian. Should have been.
maybe so. So here's what I'm saying: women want to take the easiest path to success, and their success is feeling like special. She wants to feel special throughout that entire time. That's their path to success, and to withhold the sex for as long as possible until she just feels good. The man's easiest path to success is doing it in a way where he's spending less time, doing it in a way where he's giving less time and resources to you to get the sex. So what's success for a guy is hitting you up the first day, Netflix and chilling and smashing. But that's hard to do for most guys, right? So they got to acquiesce their behaviors and play the woman game for a little bit. Texting you, calling you, saying jokes to you, doing little things, just throwing darts. And every dart that hits in those little fields, it fills up a box for you. And more boxes they fill up, the higher the probability is for them to get inside your cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? So that's the easiest path to success. So both genders is playing this game, right? To see who wins. Like, okay, the woman is, well, how much time and attention can I garner from this guy? The man is, well, let me not try to give too much time and attention. Let me just try to, be very charismatic to get to the box the fastest. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, since you're 41 years old, it's kind of like maybe lower your standards a little bit.
Or
and
just be single.
I mean, yeah.
That's
I'm
what-
better. I feel better being single.
So
Like,
you'll
I'm
rather
happy.
you'll
I'm
rather
good on
keep
my
your
own.
standards
I am good
the
on
way
my
they
own.
are and be single because you don't
Then
want to
be
lower
with a
your
man that
standards.
does not appreciate me.
That doesn't mean that he doesn't appreciate you.
If he doesn't really give a shit about what I'm saying, then yeah, it does.
Well, the truth is this:
Men don't.
most men don't care about what a woman is saying.
Facts.
That's just the truth.
They really don't.
We don't care.
You ever repeat something?
I mean, I
and then you
don't talk
say
a
it
lot.
again,
She's spitting
and then you
facts.
say
Go
it
ahead.
again, and it's like, yo, are you listening?
Well,
They
Yeah, I
really
don't
don't
really care.
listen.
Yeah.
We only pretend to care because it make you feel good. But when we get once we get the box, it's like, man,
And
we ain't
that's why
finna
they
play them
don't get
games.
the box.
But yeah, that's
It's
what I'm
like-
saying. Those guys, they gotta just maybe you ain't even worth doing all of that, so they give
Right.
up.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
a guy's effort in you shows how much he's interested in you. So if a guy's really interested in you, you're gonna know. If he's
Yeah.
cause I do that shit. Like when
See?
I'm not gonna lie, if I see a chick and I'm like, she looks, I'm like, all right, I'll do a little bit. You know what I mean? Text her here and there just to let her know that I'm thinking, but
yeah.
I'm not really giving a damn. But if I really like a chick, I'm the most exciting dude in the world. I got all the charisma in the world.
I got a
Got
question.
all the new jokes.
So do you plan the date or do you ask her, what do you want to do? What are we doing? Where are we going?
Me specifically?
Yes.
Oh, I always plan the date.
What about you?
A man should always plan a date.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? How about you plan? Let me know
you're
and I'll
talking
show
to
up.
beta males. Beta.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I'm not really
You
dating.
gotta find a masculine man.
Yeah, I always plan a
Exactly.
date. You know what I mean? Plus, but I also like doing shit too. You know what I mean? If I'm
Exactly.
gonna spend my money, we're gonna do what I like.
Yes,
You know what I'm
please.
saying? Like-
take me out and show me what you like so I can get to know what you like to
You
do.
know, so yeah, I specifically always plan the date. I don't, on the first date, we're gonna do what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm spending my money. You know, so you're gonna lose in pool and bowling. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get you something to eat and something to drink too, though. So and then afterwards, then we could do what you want to do. But first date, we doing what I'm doing.
What you doing? Let's get to the super chat real quick, and then we're gonna get to the calls. We're gonna open up the call line. Super chat came in from Lady Chain, sends in $5. He says, "How can you consider a man in his 20s as a 41-year-old woman and expect him to provide to a teenage boy?" Okay.
He doesn't have to.
At least provide getting in shape in the gym. Oh, dang, he coming.
Damn,
That's you,
shot
baby
it.
girl. You want to send some shots back? That's Lady Chan.
Yeah,
Want to send a shot back?
Lady Chan.
Yeah, that's the
that's
name.
a woman.
I don't know.
Is that all?
Nah, I don't know.
Well, first of all, I don't care. You're not hurting my feelings. Like, okay, thank you. I do actually go to the gym. Second of all, I don't expect a man to provide for my son.
Yeah.
I don't. His
son's
dad
16.
and me, but we got it covered.
Yeah.
All right. Third of all, typically, no, I don't consider 20-year-olds. Like, that's usually not a thing, but I don't say, like, absolutely. I said never say never.
Never say
right?
never. Okay, cool.
I could meet
Question
a
for you.
60-year-old.
Do you think a 41-year-old man dating a 20-year-old woman, do you think that's okay?
A 40-year-old man.
41-year-old man?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
so you don't care, like, as long as it's legal, you're fine with the.
yeah.
Because, you know, like some women, they be like, oh, guys that date younger women, they're like creeps.
You know, it's.
Do you have that?
At the end of the day, so there's always. They could just be in love. Or it could just be like, okay, well, she needed a sugar daddy and he wanted something to boost his ego. That's like his trophy wife. If that works for them, like, bless them.
Okay,
Like, great.
you're open to that then. Okay, I just want to know if you would have a different opinion opposite. Okay, so let's we're gonna open up the phone lines, ladies and gents. So, the number is in the description. If you click in the description, you'll see the number, but I'll give it to you here. It's 732-440-6514. You could call in, make a comment to myself, or my co-host or the guest, or ask a question, or just, want to call in, ask any questions about, talk about how, No Fugazee podcast has been growing and doing. Feel free to call and ask anything you want, man, or give any comments you want. So once again, the number is 732-440-6514. Again, 732-440-6514. And the number is in the description, right in this video. So if you click on the description, you'll see the call-in number right there. But other than that, we'll wait for those. We'll continue the conversation while some more phone calls come in. Actually, we got a super chat that just came in from the major minorities. I'll hold the super chat. We got a caller calling in. Hey, welcome to No Fugazee podcast, man. You are live. State your name and where you from.
What up, what up, what up? Marquise James of the Major Minorities. I'm in Atlanta right now.
Okay. All right. Oh, so you the one I just sent in the super chat?
For sure. Just blew y'all up.
Hey, man. Appreciate that, man. How's it going, brother? What questions or comments you got for us?
Man, going really well. I'm going to leave the question I put on the super chat for the super chat. Let me get personal. So I got this one girl I talked to, and she's like married, quote unquote. Yeah. But her dude's in jail. So we be snatching.
Okay.
So I'm like, I know that dude too. He cool as hell.
Oh, you know him?
I'm not, like, we not homies, but I know him.
You know of him. Okay. And how long he in jail for?
I don't know. I don't really try to dive in that conversation, but the more Shawty keep coming over, the more stuff starts opening up.
Gotcha. And when did you start? When did you start smashing it? Like, you started smashing it once he got locked up, or like a year after he got locked up?
Yeah, once he got locked up.
Oh, dang. So once he went in there, Shorty was at your crib.
Yeah.
So what's
she propositioned me.
So what's your question, man?
It's kind of simple, but like, how would you play it? Like, what do you think of, like, just exit, or like?
Oh, this guy, you trying to fall in love, man? You don't take those girls serious, man.
No. I gotta keep a starting 5 and 2 coming off the bench. So
Okay. Got to keep it player.
Like 6 right now, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Stay strapped in them streets, man. You rotating 6, man. You gotta, you know what I mean? And you said you in Atlanta?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you definitely want to stay strapped. Matter of fact, you want to put a strap on your fingers too. Anthrax, monkeypox out there.
We ain't touching these hoes.
Nah, I'm playing with you. Okay, so your question is, you pretty much want to know what's the best way to go about the situation without it getting too sticky.
Yeah, because the thing too is, like, when he get out, then I'm down one.
It's always this guy looking to keep her on the roster, man. Listen, man, you fun. He's, yeah, man, she got you pussy-matized, man. At the end of the day, it's just your turn.
That's it.
It's just your turn, man. So here's my advice for you, man. It is just your turn. Her man is in prison right now, and you the lucky guy that's waxing that tail.
Yeah,
so continue to wax as you should, because she's opened up that door for you. So if you want, take advantage of the situation, as most men would do. But besides that, man, she's for the streets. So you don't take her seriously. And
poor girl.
yeah, you let those pretty wings fly away. You don't take that seriously at all.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you never take a girl serious that has a man. You shouldn't even be smashed.
Nah.
Yeah.
Again, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not taking it seriously.
Okay, yeah, but not even what I mean serious, like no feelings, no thoughts. You got what I'm saying? You calling about her. You know what I'm saying? So even the fact that you calling about her, meaning that she on your the poon juice is on your mind a little bit, which is okay, man. Everybody get that way sometime when they get some good poon poon. We know how it is. But
I'm gonna keep it.
Go ahead, keep it funky.
Real. I was just calling to support. I got another one with the same kind of situation.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, I appreciate the support, brother. I see you out there slanging, dangling. I'm gonna let you go, brother. I appreciate the support, man, and stay tuned. Keep supporting, bro.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out Major Minorities. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go follow me and whatnot. Show some love. First live audience show tomorrow.
Okay.
Live audience participation. Check it out, and when you get to that question,
Got you. Major Minorities, and they can find you on YouTube and Instagram and all that, right?
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that.
Got you, man. All right, word, man. We'll check it out.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate the call, man. Have a good one.
Yeah.
All right. This guy funny. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, for one, he needs to find out when homie getting out.
Yeah, homie gonna put him in a casket. What you doing to my shorty?
That's number one. You know what I'm saying? Number two, he definitely caught feelings. You know what I'm saying? Number three, I agree. You don't take married women seriously, especially if they let you smash. Because I smashed a married chick before, but I caught no feelings for her because I already knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? And plus, that's her thing. If she's comfortable to cheat on her husband with me, then that means she's done it before. You know what I'm saying? And it's just your turn.
I mean, she's a broken woman, so you don't take any broken woman seriously at all. You just...
Plus, based off the statistics, married women cheat the most. They say if a chick is married, it's easy to get her in the bed, man. So, plus if you believe in God, that's a hell no. You stay away from the married ones. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But he's definitely feeling that though.
What's your thoughts on that?
On fucking someone's husband or wife?
Yeah, boy, and homie locked up.
I mean, I don't judge other people.
I don't judge anything.
Would I do it? No.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? Homie got to get it how he got it.
Don't be stupid calling and putting it out there, because now,
Yeah.
You know he's from Atlanta.
So, I mean, we know where you from, what podcast you on. We know.
He said he cool with homie. Homie may not even care at the end of the day.
Look, you cool with homie. Homie might not be cool with you smashing his girls. So
he's definitely not cool with it.
Yeah.
And he locked up. It ain't for no reason. So I mean, just keep it in mind.
We actually got a question from he sent it in a super chat. Major Minorities. He sent him $5. He says, Cooley, any advice on running a successful pod? I'm having my first live audience participation in the show tomorrow. Can't sleep. Stop being on these smuts. Yeah, man. Advice on running a successful pod. That's very detailed, man. And if you want, click the link in my description, because I can give you just a vague answer, but I actually do coaching on this. So you can click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one coaching with me, and I'll literally give you the sauce on how to do it. Because my podcast, it hasn't even been a full year yet, and we've reached a total of over 1 million followers on all platforms. We have total on Instagram, it's around 400,000 with both Instagrams. And then with TikTok, we're at 100,000. On Facebook, we're at almost reaching 600,000. And then on YouTube, we're about to hit 90K. And you know, YouTube is very hard. We had our first viral video on YouTube. It was a shorts, hit 1 million views, which was a few weeks ago. So that was crazy. And it definitely helped out with the subscriber base on that. But yeah, man, if you want the sauce, click the link in the description, and it's one-on-one coaching through my link Calendly app. You'll see the marketing. Click on the marketing one and schedule yourself a call. I'll give you a call, man, and I'll give you all the key things on how to make money. That's the main thing. How to make money. You have to invest money. Put it like this: I invested $30,000 last year around this time into this podcast, and I've what's a more than quadruple?
Quintuple.
Quartuple. Four.
Sextuple.
Sextuple. Yes, a whole lot. Yes.
Dectuple.
A whole lot more. I made a whole lot more money than what I put in, and it's only been a year. Definitely, it took a little while to get monetized on everything. So, depending on the quality of the content you're putting out, you have to do certain things to, get monetized and push out more content. But other than that, man, you can make a bag off of doing a podcast, and I could teach you how. So yeah, just click the link in the description and sign up for your coaching. Ladies, let's see. Oh yeah, calls. We got over 100 people in right now. If you want to call into the show, the number is in the description. It's 732-440-6514. So call in if you have any questions to myself or the ladies on the panel, and we'll get things going. Other than that, ladies, do you have any questions for us? Y'all got anything y'all want to know about men? We were talking about job for a little bit. Anything you want to know about men or dating in general?
I mean, I feel like what I've learned tonight, it's probably the less I know about men, the better.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and most women think that this podcast is about bashing women. No. It isn't about bashing women. It's just about giving the reality of men and women, because I was given true reality on men. Like, most guys lie. Most guys is loyal as their options. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that isn't shining a light on a man. Okay, we got a call coming in. Let's see. Hey, caller, state your name and where you from. Welcome to No Fugazee.
It's Chris Stacks.
Chris Stacks?
From Atlanta also.
From Atlanta. Okay, we got a couple people in Atlanta in the chat.
You know Major?
Yes, sir. Let me just tell you first off, I'm kind of a new listener.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I really dig what you're doing. Like, I'm gonna support you going forward.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
I kind of been in the space for a minute listening, but I listen to your debates, and I think you're real good at getting the point across. Like, respect to that.
I appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate the support.
I got a quick question. It might kind of throw you off, but how do you feel about your content? It may come across as like you're perpetuating the divide between the black male and the black female. Like, what are your thoughts?
Got you. So what is my podcast is perpetuating the divide between the black male and the black female. I've never heard that before, because my podcast, I really don't speak on black love. I speak in generalities, so men and women in general loving one another, and the best practices.
I'm not talking about your podcast just alone. I'm talking about like the whole space.
The whole space.
You got that. Right. You got the African and the Black American.
Yeah.
We got all of this. So I was just wondering what you think about that.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, my thoughts on that is, there isn't any. I mean, there's always gonna be people who are gonna. It's gonna seem like things are being divided. In the space that I'm in, I speak. My podcast is called No Fugazee, man. So I try to keep it as real as possible. I tell the cold, hard truths about male and female intersexual dynamics, right? And then I give I diagnose things, and then I give prescriptions, best practices on how to overcome and to have a prosperous relationship between a male and female. So for myself, man, when it comes to, I do see, like, man, you got the Dr. Umars and stuff like that, and they speak about, black on black relationships and stuff. That's cool. That's good. Nothing is wrong with that. It should be, more black on black relationships and white on white relationships, or black on white relationships. Relationships in general need to be better. We need to have a strong nuclear family. So if there's anything that I would focus on, is focusing on to how we can have a successful nuclear family where a man and a woman is coming together, creating kids and instilling good traits into those kids, and then those kids go out into society and is making good members of society instead of being degenerate in society. So yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I like the talk you do about the perception versus the perspective. Like I really like that.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I mean, and like I said, man, it's just most people have a perception about things, which is, that's, everyone has one, but everyone's perception is limited because their experiences are limited. So the key is to start viewing things outside of yourself so you can gain a perspective about things, and instead of looking at things so subjectively, start to have a more objective view. And you'll just, one, it'll make you more happier. Two, you'll be more ambitious because you'll understand the world a little bit better. And three, based on what, it'll help you find your purpose too. And then based off your purpose, you'll become successful. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, respect.
Respect. Any other questions though, man?
No, that's it.
All right, buddy. Appreciate your support, man, and shout out to ATL. This is the second call from out there. Y'all supporting. All right, bro. Have a good one. Okay. Yeah. So that was just questions for me. Sorry about that. Let's go to the super chats. So super chat came in from Rob, sends in $5. He says, "Yo, Cooley, you think a single woman with kids, shorty in the shots?" I don't know, shots. I don't know what you're talking about. Shorty and shots. Okay, whatever. He says, "Yo, Cooley, you think a single woman with kids feel like they're too busy with kids and life to worry about a man or a relationship?" Or are you talking about you? Yeah. So,
we both got kids.
Yeah, we both.
Yeah, both had kids, but you are the one that's pretty much said that you were prioritizing your kid over your man.
In the past. I mean, he's grown. He's almost grown now. He's 16.
Almost grown now.
It's going to be 2 more years. And
okay. Yeah, and I gave my thoughts on that, Rob, because we had that conversation already. If you just pull it back a little bit, rewind up. I'm not sure when you came in, but if you rewind the podcast, the stream a little bit, you'll see we literally had a debate back and forth. We got... let's see here. Lamada Support sends in $2. He says, "How do I get the number?" Oh, the number is right in the chat, man. It's 732-440-6515. The number is right in the description and in the chat. So 732-440-6514. That's the number to call in. Do you have any questions? No? What you got, East? Got anything?
About the guy with the whole divide of the black man and based off the statistics, the majority of black men are married to black women.
That is fact.
That's number one. Number two, the space, it doesn't divide anybody. It just, because all women are the same. It doesn't matter where you're from, whether you're from Guatemala or America or South America. All women pretty much, act similar. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially with their wants, because when you ask a woman, the majority of women, what? They want a guy that's 6 foot, provide for them, protect them. This is so. You could go to any country. A woman's standards does not change. I mean, there's always going to be the small minority where most women do. Well, there's always going to be a small minority where women won't care about that, but for the most part, they all pretty much want the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there really is no divide. I mean, there's always stereotypes and different race of women, but in a whole, they're all the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're all the same.
So what disqualified girls that you haven't dated, since all of them think the same or generally have the same thought process or are similar to each other?
Yeah, and what he means by similar, we got to hold that thought. We got a call coming in. Hold that thought.
I don't make any promises.
Hey, thank you for calling in to No Fugazee. This is Cooley. State your name and where you from.
What's up, Cooley? They call me Mr. C, man. I'm from the Shy, man.
From the Shy, Mr. C. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. On my bed, I'm watching y'all right now, man. Hey, man, much love to y'all, man. Ease doing this thing, man. I love the way y'all set up the studio. Your new producer going hard, man.
Appreciate
love
that,
your
man.
Content, man. Keep it going, man. You're doing your thing, man.
Hey, bro.
Man.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. Really appreciate the support. It means a lot. It's only been a year. We haven't even really hit that year mark, man. So I appreciate that, bro.
Oh, it's honestly crazy, man. You're doing your thing, man. I love everything you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, man. And any questions for myself or the ladies, or you just wanted to show some support?
Okay. Well, a little bit of everything. Let me just say this. Let me just say this real quick. Love, you always have beautiful ladies, on your panels. People that's able, to come through and show you support, and that's always a great thing. So what I want to ask them is this. Do they think it's fair, right, for men to just cater to them no matter what? Like, is that okay? Is that a good thing? Would they like it? If men, maybe you can break. I know you know where I'm coming from. Is it okay for men to just cater to them with nothing involved?
And nothing in return, you mean?
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think.
What do they think about that?
Yeah, ladies, what do y'all think about that? Pretty much for basically y'all both had the same answers. Y'all both have kids, right? And you want the man, you would prefer a situation like a ideal situation of having a guy come in that can protect and provide and take care of your kids and stuff. For you, your kid is kind of old, so not so much. But for you, he'll be coming in and taking care of you and the kids as well. And then your answer already to that was pretty much like, I'm going to be nurturing, caring, and stuff like that. So we already kind of had that conversation, and their responses was, both of their responses was like, hey, they're going to, cater to the man back in feminine ways. Besides, they're not really trying to have a man discipline their kids. That's about it. Yeah.
Well, how would they think that would work? You know what I mean? It can't work.
Yeah, man.
You cater to someone that doesn't have structure for your family.
Yeah. Facts, man. Yep.
But thanks for all your time, Cooley. Hey, man, keep it up.
Hey, bro. Appreciate the support, man. And shout out to Chicago, man. We got Chicago in the building, yo. All right, bro. Cool. So where was y'all at with, you had a question you was asking him.
So it was because I was saying that the majority of women, they're all the same. They all pretty much want the same things. You have a minority of women, that probably want something different, but the majority of them all want the protector, provider, some man that's taller than them, ambitious. It doesn't matter where they're from.
Good dick.
Exactly. Great sex.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? They all want something. So you were asking.
So what qualifies or disqualifies a woman for you if they want the same?
Oh, yeah, I know what we were talking about before. That's your question, but you kind of made it in a sense where it was like, well, since you're saying all women are the same, what disqualifies women? And I was going to let you know that when he's saying that all women are the same, he's saying that women, what they look for in a man is very similar. It's the same, right? Okay. And also some of the things that's the same in women, like, okay, we know that you prioritize your emotions more than most things. You think more emotional than logical first. Generally speaking, most women do. And then not only that, you're all hypergamous, meaning that you want a man that's either on your level or above you in some regard, right? So that's when he's talking about all women are pretty much the same. Okay. Yeah. So now your question to him was, Well, what's your type of woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Like me.
Just like what, I guess you or him or
Yeah,
either one of
right.
you,
But like in general, so like, what is the type of girl that I go for? That I look for?
Yeah, like what qualifies her to be
My girlfriend.
your girlfriend, and what disqualifies the others?
Keep that. That's a good question. We got one more call coming in. Hold up. Nope, they hung up. Go ahead. Answer that.
So what qualifies a girl to be my girlfriend? What disqualifies her to be? Personal. Well, obviously, I have to be attracted to you. You know what I mean?
So that's the qualification.
Right. Looks is first, because if I'm not attracted to you, then you know, my look, my John ain't gonna work. So that's number one. You have to be into me. You have to be catering. Like, you have to be thoughtful. You know, if you're gonna deal with me, even if we're in the talking stage, I want all your attention, especially if I like you that way. Besides the specifics, cooking, cleaning, I'm not care. But obviously, I want you to be clean. But you don't have to be my maid. All the feminine qualities that you list that you would do for your man. Now, what disqualifies them is, well, for me, she obviously cannot be overweight. For me, she can't. Now with the kids.
Hold that real quick. Got a call coming. Hey, welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. You are live. State your name and where you from.
Hey, how you doing, Cooley? It's Ian. I'm from Brooklyn, but I currently reside near Atlanta.
What's going on, Ian?
Atlanta in the house.
Currently Atlanta.
Not much, man. I just wanted to say this.
Yeah.
I first started watching the podcast, and I first started watching the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Fresh and Fit.
Then I switched and started watching the Whatever podcast.
Shout out to Whatever, man. Yeah.
But the reason I like your podcast the most is because you bring on all different types of women of all ages, and your conversations have a lot of substance. Whereas, in my opinion, those podcasts is mainly just a bunch of 22, 23-year-olds that there's no substance into the conversations that they're having. And that's the biggest thing I appreciate about your podcast. You bring on all types of people, all types of ages, and to me, that's huge.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, man, like I said, it's only haven't even been a full year yet. And, myself and my recruiting team, we recruit girls from everywhere. Girls fly in from everywhere, from Canada, LA, Florida, Massachusetts, they're flying in from. So, yeah, man, I really appreciate the support. It means a lot. Shout out. Those are two big platforms. So shout out to that. So, yeah, man.
Now, I did have one thing to say in terms of dating a woman with kids.
Yeah.
I understand that it's not
ideal.
An ideal situation.
It's not an ideal situation for most men. I'm actually with my girl now, and she's got 4 kids.
God dang.
So,
damn.
Yeah.
Do you have any kids or no?
I think I have a daughter. Yes.
Okay.
But I will say, the biggest thing for me is she's very, very feminine.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm going to walk into a situation like that, like, she's got to have big, big feminine traits.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I would say to the girl in the white is, because she said she had 3 kids, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The biggest thing that a guy is going to look for in her is femininity. And I would urge her and all girls in those situations to stick to that.
That's a fact. Yeah. Good advice. That's good advice.
Yeah, I think she's feminine.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the support. You got any other questions?
No, that's it. Keep
All right,
up
man.
the good work, man. I watch your podcast every single day.
Yo, bro, I really appreciate that, man. And shout out to Atlanta. Y'all in here? I know you're from Brooklyn, but you reside in Atlanta. So shout out to y'all, man. And you have a good one, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
Keep up the good work.
So now I'm able to think. So
yeah, man. What's your disqualifications, man?
all right. Qualifications, good looks, in shape. It doesn't have to be like perfect. I don't care about a little pudge, but like good looks, in shape, smart.
Yeah, but what's the disqualifier?
Disqualifications? Out of shape, rude, ghetto. I've dated a girl with kids. You know what I mean? 1 and 2 kids.
Oh, we got another call. You gotta be faster, man. We got another call.
But no kids.
All right, got you.
One kid is cool, but anything more than that, I can't.
Got you. Hey, you are live right now with No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and where you from.
How you doing? My name is Taj. I'm from the Lehigh Valley.
Hey, what's going on? You said Taj?
Taj.
Taj, like the Taj Mahal.
Taj, what's going on, Taj? How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. I'm a Grammy Award-winning songwriter.
Nice.
So a lot of my songs that I write about are about love and relationships. Some songs can sound a bit simpy, and others can be a lot more rigid and real.
Yeah.
But as far as relationships, and just tell me if you agree with this, that I've seen a more of a rise in lazy love when it comes to women. And this is not to bash women at all.
Lazy love, explain that. Do you mean like not putting in enough effort?
So not so much putting in enough effort. So more. So basically saying, like for example, if I were to use myself, my love language is buying gifts. My love language is doing things and stuff like that. That would show my woman that I care. I genuinely care about you. So I want to do nice things for you. And I had a recent relationship, go sour because I had confronted her after years of being together of, what have you done for me? And in 8 years of our relationship, I got a book back.
Yeah.
And that was it. And it was annoying at the fact that I couldn't get her to really look at the situation and be like, what have you done to make me more attracted to you?
Yeah.
What have you done to get my juices flowing and stuff like that, so that I can feel like I'm desired by you when I'm showing you how much desire I have for you.
Gotcha.
Whether it's in gifts, whether it's in kind words, whether it's in words of affirmation, etc.
Yeah.
And I'm just finding it a lot, just in my experiences. I can't say that all women are this way, but just in my experiences, I've just ran across a lot of lazy love.
Yeah.
In that way.
Yeah, I would say, for the most part, a woman is a mere reflection of her man. And I say that by saying that if a man is doing his job, really doing his job, the woman will fall in line and fully follow lead. Now, you're saying that she was lazy and really not putting in effort. Let me ask you a question. Was she ever withholding sex for compliance?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I knew that was the case. That's why I asked that question. So it's not on the woman. It's not on the woman. So it goes more on the man, right? So since a woman is a mere reflection of the woman's masculinity, that goes on you. If your woman isn't putting out, it's because you're not putting out in certain ways. And it may not be in ways where you could have a job and be protecting and providing, but it could be in other ways of putting out and maybe being charismatic, maybe, being, because you got to think about it. They're more emotional than anything, right? So since they're very emotional creatures, what's the a high level of emotions? Being scared, right? So that means that first they need security. They're scared, so they need security. So you got to give them that protecting and providing. If you close that door, okay, let's say if you close that door, Then it's another door of emotions that's there. And that other door is emotions where it's that they want to feel like they have a winner. That's the one thing. They want to just feel like they have a winner, especially now social media is around, right? They scrolling, they seeing all of these guys, they seeing other women taking trips and all of these things. So even though they may see these things and witness these things, they still want to feel like that their man is their man. Their man is that guy. And if they feel that way, then trust me, they're going to put out. She going to be wearing them booty shorts around the house. She going to be throwing on that lingerie all the time. And she going to be sucking a Johnson all the time. She never going to withhold sex for compliance, bro.
1,000,000%.
She going to empty your sack all the time.
1,000,000%.
Look, before you leave the house, you're going to have empty balls if you doing what you need to be doing. Empty nut sack.
Yeah, he has to figure out her love language.
Yeah.
And it was, and honestly, it was, it got to a point for me where, the sex part had become rejection all the time, or
yeah. So look, man, this what I'll do for you.
There's discredits and things like that. So,
Got you.
So it's annoying. So
this what I'll say to you.
If the women agree with that,
do
the women agree that what I'm saying
that most women are lacking on love and stuff?
I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah, they wouldn't agree with that, bro.
No.
They wouldn't agree. So here's this what I'll say to you, man. If you could put the camera on them. They not agreeing with that. Just to show the audience. So here's what I'll say to you, man. If you click the link in my description, I coach people for a living, man. I've been doing it even before I started the podcast, and I just did a link. A lot of my coaching came from Facebook because I've been popping on Facebook for a minute. So if you click the link in my description. And you could schedule yourself for a one-on-one. We could talk about this conversation, and I could talk to you in more detail to help you out in that situation and future situations, man. Because it's all gonna come from you understanding female nature and acquiescing your behaviors to become a better man yourself. But yeah, man. Any other comments or questions?
No, I love your podcast.
Yo.
I love that you're from the Lehigh Valley and stuff like that, man. I appreciate you, man, as a true king and stuff like that, and what you're doing. I'm glad that you guys are, taking the oath of upping the human existence, not just men, or just a woman.
Yeah.
Like you're big up in all of us and in general and stuff like that. So I hope you get your flowers from everyone. And I'm glad for your success.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it, man. And thank you for calling in, bro. Have a good one. Shout out to you said Atlanta, right?
Man, you too. Lehigh Valley.
Oh, Lehigh Valley. Oh, yeah, man. You right in the Lehigh Valley. Okay, man. Shout out to you, bro. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too, man.
All right, peace.
Let me touch on that real quick.
Famous singer. I was looking him up.
Oh, word.
Yeah, like full on Grammys. Like he's been recording for like 50 years.
Hey, shout out to him.
Yeah, let me touch on what he said real quick.
Go ahead.
Because he said his love language is giving gifts. But what if that's not her love language? If that's not her love language, you could get her $1 billion and everything in the world. But if that's not what makes her feel loved, then you're not going to go anywhere. That's why it's important to know what a woman's love language is.
Yeah, the woman, there's no, if you really think about it, there's no such thing as love language. That was created to give a false understanding because they don't truly understand themselves. So they're coming up with a conception they're pretty much coming up with this conception so they can have some understanding, but they're failing because you have to look at your biology, right? So the part about the red pill and male and female intersexual dynamics is like, okay, like I told them, women prioritize their emotions over everything, if you truly think about it, right? So what's the peak of the emotion? Like, what's that main that they prioritize? Scared. They're scared. They're always worried. So you have to give them a sense of security first. That creates a baseline. Once you give them a sense of security, a lot of the things is fairly easy. Now it's just about you now it's just about you being the best version of yourself and instilling, not even instilling anything, just being that man and having this essence about you where she admires you. Steve. She looks up to you. She admires you. And when she admires you, she then respects you because women only respect men that they admire. It just doesn't work the other way around. We got another caller coming in. Hey, welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and where you from.
Hey, what's going on? My name is LT, and I'm from NYC.
NYC, LT, what's going on, bro? What questions or comments you got for us?
All right, I have a question.
Sure.
I've been in a relationship for like 2.5 years right now, and in the beginning, obviously, it was great and everything, but now, you know, we shacked in, we live together now.
Yeah.
And for me, like, all right, I know there was a whole race thing earlier, but we are interracial relationship. So I come, like, I'm like your textbook, like, you know, single mom, blah, blah, blah. And she comes from, like, the two households and the good lifestyle and all that.
Okay, so she white and you black.
Yes.
All right. That's all you had to say, bro. We get it.
So I realized, like, for me, you know, obviously coming from the NYC, like, I go get it. I wash, I clean. I am independent and self-sufficient in all aspects. You know what I mean? And then with her, I feel like now that we live together, like, for me, because I just now work 2 jobs. So I work from 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and then I work from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. at night. So I'm not getting home until like 1:30 in the morning.
Got you. Yep. So what's your question?
So I wanted to know, like, I feel like, you know, she doesn't really cook. She's not like doing laundry. She wants to do everything on my like one day off, and I'm starting to feel a little.
Does she work?
Right now she's not working. No.
Okay, and y'all live together. You said, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you paying all the bills?
We go half, but for the most part, she pays her bills. I just pay the rent, and we'll split on like groceries and stuff. Got
you. But you saying that you out working and she is spending a lot of time home and she not really cooking and cleaning.
Right.
Got you. So yeah, that means that, you know, she's a modern woman, but she wants a more of a you want more of a traditional relationship, but she's more of a modern woman.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, in that dynamic, man, I'll say this. Because I see a lot of y'all calling in for relationship advice, which is cool. But I would say click the link in the description and sign up for a one-on-one coaching. I do have relationship coaching, man. We can have this conversation for an hour or 45 minutes by ourselves. But here's what I'll tell you, man. At the end of the day, what I told the other guy, a woman is a mere reflection of her man. So somewhere in a relationship, if you want anything out of you don't negotiate with terrorists. Women are terrorists in a relationship. So there's no negotiating. You can't negotiate her femininity. You don't negotiate that. That comes natural. You can't negotiate a woman submitting to you. You don't negotiate that. That has to come natural. So the only way you get that from a woman is by being the best man that you could be, right? So then she'll acquiesce her behaviors and she'll follow your lead. And really, you won't even be like looking for her to cooking and cleaning. It'll already, when you come home, floors will be mopped, the meal will be made, and it'll be hot and ready. So don't worry about the negotiation process. Just worry about yourself right now and being the best version of yourself. Y'all going 50-50 right now. That means y'all kind of splitting bills. If depending on how much you're making, how much are you making a year?
I'm going to say 60,000.
60,000. Okay, get to 100,000 by next year.
Okay.
Oh, get to 100,000 by next year, man. If you got to work 2 jobs, an extra job, work another job. At the end of the day, the more ambitious you are and the more she sees that you are asserting yourself out there, because women look for, they look for, what's the word? Drive. Ambition, but it's the other word. They kind of, I guess we could say that. They look for ambitious men, right? So if they see that you are being ambitious and you are having these traits about you and being like a go-getter, she will start to be like, oh, dang, I could bank on this guy. And she would feel more secure. Once a woman starts feeling more secure, she's going to be on her duties of cooking and cleaning a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna come with you working on yourself because you don't negotiate with no woman. You can't negotiate her femininity, nothing like that. It's kind of like saying, say if you got all these options, right? And a woman is trying to negotiate your loyalty, or negotiate you to negotiate your monogamy. Put it like that.
Yeah.
You got all you a 1% man. You almost on Drake level, and she trying to negotiate you to be monogamous. You like what? I ain't finna be what?
Right.
You can't negotiate that. She gotta show. She gonna have to really show that she is, irreplaceable, and then you're gonna be like, dang, man, let me just kick back and chill with this girl, be with this one. You feel what I'm saying? Like she can't. There's nothing she could do to negotiate that. She gotta show you. Now what you gotta do is show her that you are that nigga. That's the only thing you could do. If that don't work, get a new chick, because there's plenty fish out in the sea.
That'll treat you better.
Yeah, if that don't work, plenty fish in the sea, bro. Move on.
Ran through fish.
But any other questions or comments?
Nah, that was good. I appreciate it.
You already know, bro. Shout out to NY, man. Have a blessed one.
I appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
All right, homie. All right, bro. Hey, if we only gonna take like one more call and then we gonna like wrap up the show because we've been rocking for a while.
Super chat.
Oh, we got super chat? I'll get you super chat. And ladies, y'all having fun? Y'all just sitting there chilling right now while I'm answering these calls. But if y'all have any questions to these guys that's calling in, ask a question to them.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't mind.
After the calls, we know.
All right. Got a super chat that came in. We got Jake A sends him $5. He says, "Hi, Cooley. Ladies, would you date a single full-time father knowing he can't always give you the time you want? Yes or no, and why?" Starting with you.
Yes.
And why would you date him? Because you got kids yourself.
I have kids myself, and
You'll be understanding to his time. Let me let you answer. My bad.
Answer the question for me.
I'm just, my mind is
It's
moving
easy.
1,000 miles a minute right now. I'm on one.
No,
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can finish answering for me.
No, you can answer. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, I would date
A full-time father?
a full-time father. Why? Well, because if he checks off what I'm looking for, I can be a stepmom to their child as he can be a stepfather to my kids.
Okay.
And we can make it work.
I got a question for you. Now, what if he doesn't want you nurturing the kids? Like you're coming in a relationship with this man, and he's like, and like you're trying to like show love and be nurturing. He's like, like we got to talk about the way you're nurturing. Like I don't, he just stops that. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's gonna make. How would that make you feel if he stopped you from nurturing the kids?
I guess we got to start looking in different places.
Exactly. That's the same thing, because a woman's role is to come in and to nurture the kids. A man's role dealing with the kids is to come in to discipline the kids. Yeah, because it's logic. So since you are, you said that you don't really want a man to discipline your kids.
I didn't say that. I don't mind him. It's okay for him
you said
discipline.
that y'all
You
gonna
can't hit my kid.
To hit your kid, that's discipline.
That's a form of discipline, but there's multiple ways of disciplining children.
That's his way of disciplining the kids, right? And his way, he may see that this is the best way, right? And nurturing, you may see your nurturing is, hey, little Billy, come here, give me a hug. Don't worry about this. I got you. Being all nice and sweet. And he may be like, It's the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
But that's not.
It's on the flip side.
Nurturing isn't disciplining. Like,
We know
you
that-
don't nurture somebody when they do bad. Like, that would. Like, that's kind of like you're saying.
But there's a way to nurture where it's like bad.
No. This is what I'm saying, ladies. This is what I'm saying. We know that nurturing and disciplining is two totally different. Two totally different things. But the woman is in charge of nurturing. The man is in charge of disciplining the kids. So we're saying that if the man gets into a relationship with a woman that has kids, and she has a stipulation that this man can't hit my kids, this factor of discipline, and you can't do, we're saying that this factor of you nurturing my kid, you can't do. How would that make you feel?
No, I
Now
get
your
what you're
mind
saying.
opens.
No, I get
Look,
what you're
take
saying.
the red pill. Take it. Look, just take the red
But
pill.
that's when, either you're compatible or not.
Right.
Like,
No, you're not.
I mean,
He's still not getting it. Still not. It's okay.
like nurturing, you're talking about like if like
We're
a
not
man
talking
wanted
about
to
the difference between nurturing
love
and
on your
discipline.
kid
We're
and
not
hug him
talking
and-
about
We're
it.
not talking about the
It's
difference
just
between
the fact
nurturing
Just
that-
and
talking about the
him-
role, the duty
a
of
man's
it.
role is to discipline. A woman's role
Right.
is to nurture. If you tell, so if I'm telling you cannot nurture my kids,
How would it make
Yeah.
you feel?
me telling you can't nurture my kids is you telling me I can't discipline kids.
But what
your
if
kids.
it was?
That's what we're
What if
talking
my
about.
nurturing came across as like creepy to your kids? Like, what if I was
But
like?
that's not what we're saying, though.
Yeah,
That's
but-
what we're
but-
saying. Not
Well,
what we're
how
saying.
is it different? Because like maybe in like some cultures
No.
you kiss them on the cheek.
No, we're not talking
And your
about
kid
the
gets
We're not
difference.
talking
something
about
like that.
differences.
The
What
role
about
of
Talking
a
about the
woman.
duty, just the duty,
Yes,
just
just the role
just
of
the
a
art
woman.
of doing
Yes,
it.
but you're saying discipline.
The role of a
But
woman
she's
is to
saying
nurture.
hitting. There's nothing wrong with disciplining her kids. She's saying don't hit my kids.
But that's how men discipline.
not all of them. No, that's not true.
Generally speaking, most
No.
men. Generally speaking, that's how men would discipline their
Yeah, men
kids.
always
Not
discipline.
all,
pressure
obviously.
points. Come here, I told you to stop. Pressure point here.
Right.
Pressure point there. We do.
That's not
pluck them in
hitting,
the air. And if
Being
they acting
physical, it
up-
doesn't have being physical. We're not just talking about literally beating up a kid, but like a man's job is to discipline the child. A woman's job is to nurture and take care of the child. So you telling a man he can't discipline the child is equal and the same as telling a woman she can't nurture the child.
That's
it's the same
all.
thing.
That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. But I don't even think it's over their head, bro. They
Right.
can't
All
even
I'm saying
fathom
is
it.
don't hit
No,
my job.
Yeah,
But that's how
I
men.
don't see.
And all I'm saying is, don't be hugging my child.
That's it.
You're gonna be like, I can't hug little Kate.
Don't hug him.
Okay.
Some
I'll
kids don't
respect
like
that.
Yeah,
to be
you're gonna
hugged.
be like, it's weird.
Don't hug him.
I
Don't
mean-
cook for him neither. Don't help him with his homework.
So what am I? I just ignore the kid.
Don't-
I just
don't
ignore
cook
the
for
kid. Like, look, your father said I can't nurture you.
So look,
so
same
you
thing.
sit
Don't
over
show no
there.
affection.
I'm
And
gonna
look,
nurture my
your mother
kids,
said,
and I'm
look,
gonna
I
leave
got
you
you.
all out
Your
like
mother,
that.
your mother said the kid is wilding out, throwing things. Oh well, I gotta sit over here. Your mother said I can't discipline you. Your mother said I can't hit you.
Yup.
So yeah, go ahead,
Same
go ahead and
thing.
break things, little Jose.
But
Yeah.
there's other way of discipline. Boy, you better
Yeah.
get down
Nah,
and do some
we don't
push-ups.
know the other way. We want to
Go put
discipline
your
him the way
nose
we
in the
want to.
other
We
wall.
want to give them body work.
Yup.
I mean, we've been disciplining our.
Oh, we
kids
got a
times.
call coming in. We got a call coming in.
I mean, my kids is
Hey,
okay,
welcome to
except for
No
one.
Fugazi. We are live. State your name and where you from.
Julian Clark. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Julian
Home of the Buckeyes.
Julian Clark from Ohio, man. What's going on? What's your comment or question, man?
Not too bad. You just dobbed on the question I was going to ask because the lady in the white, she has 3 children, and it seems like she doesn't like a confrontation as far as like discipline her children.
Mhm.
I have 2 children myself, and I was just thinking, I was like, well, if I dated a girl like that, my daughter's really good. She gets all A's and B's, and she maybe got one spanking last year or whatever like that. My son's 6 years old. He tends to be bad once in a while. He gets a few spankings and stuff, but they're very good children. They get very good compliments when we're out. They know how to behave. My thing is like, if you were dating me, how would you discipline my children when they misbehave? How would you handle that?
He's asking you.
That's a good question. How
Yeah,
would I
asking you,
handle
how-
that?
Yeah, how would you discipline the kids if they misbehave?
Because say we're together now. Say we're together. I mean, I discipline my kids one way, you discipline your kids another way, and then your kids are a certain influence on my children.
Well, my way of disciplining is taking away things that you like, such as laptops, certain games. Can't go outside and play for certain things. That's how I discipline.
Stuff like that. But that only works so much.
Sit
Sometimes
them,
they don't care. They get
put them in a
against
corner,
Okay.
or,
So yeah, he's saying that doesn't always work though. Like taking away things.
So yeah, what would you do if that didn't work?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
He says she don't know.
Does it work?
I think kids listen to men more than they do to females. So kids take the authority of a man
Okay.
and what they say
Yeah,
over
true.
a woman.
That's why the man. So you even know
Yes.
this is why the man is the disciplinarian, because you know yourself that the kids listen to the kids are more prone to listen to the man than to listen to the woman. So if you get into a relationship with the man, why would you be blocking him from truly disciplining your kids, even if it comes to hitting your kids? Make no sense.
Yeah, because that's tough.
I
It's
mean,
like
You just want to be in control of everything, baby girl. Hey,
I
caller,
do
you got
not.
anything else for her?
No, I you dawned a lot on one app just a second ago. But hey, I want to give you kudos to you. You're a very intelligent man. Keep doing what you're doing. I ain't want to call you like everybody else is doing. Pick your brain. Keep doing what you're doing. And
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Shout out to Ohio, man. Have a blessed one, bro.
Yeah, real quick. So, like, for example, if I was dating you, right, and I love kids, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I think kids are amazing. I generally love kids. You know, a lot of my boys have kids, and their kids love me. You know, I'm Uncle Ease. You know what I'm saying? I stick them $5 in. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's how the kids like you. Hey, Ease come through, give me money.
You know what I mean? So, like, if I'm dating you and your kids aren't listening, you know, and I put the scary voice on, and the scary voice isn't working, and I do the look and the hey, you know, and that's not working. Like I have to grip them up. Obviously, I'm not gonna abuse the kid because I love kids. So I wouldn't do anything that's gonna.
I'm not.
Like, hold on. But
go ahead.
What if I have to, like, my uncle used to, like, pick my hand and hit my hand? You know what I mean? Or spank me on the butt. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, not hard enough to where can't sit down, but like. I might have to get a little physical because some kids just don't listen. So you mean to tell me I can't do that, knowing that I love kids and I would never, you know, put them in harm's way? I couldn't be able to do that to your kid if we were dating?
I think there's a miscommunication between hitting and being a little bit rough with them, or kind of like assertive and showing dominance over like actually striking my kid.
Yeah. Let's just come to the conclusion that she wants to control the way a man disciplines her kids, right? And she wouldn't be okay if the man controlled her. Controlled the way she was nurturing the man's kids. We already went through that. She want to have control at the end of the day. So that's something that she got to figure out. So any guy that's dating Mamacita over here, just know that you most likely gonna wear the boxers in a relationship.
Absolutely not. Like, you wear your boxers, you keep them. Tell me what to do. I'll follow you. But look,
don't hit her kids.
So look, you saying that, right? How you gonna say? Yeah, you wear the boxers. I'm gonna follow your lead, but don't do this. What? No, that don't. We don't negotiate.
Still have an opinion and be like, look, this is how I feel, and this is where I stand. How can we, you know?
Men don't negotiate. Men don't negotiate with women. It's like negotiating with a terrorist. We don't do it, man. We are leaders. We lead them. They follow. That's what it is. So if she not complying, she gotta go goodbye, man. It's gotta get out of here at the end of the day. But anyways, I feel you. No hate to you. That's the way you handle your kids. I'm not trying to tell you how to deal with your kids. But anyways, I'm just saying that is illogical. But anyways. Phil Jr. sends in $10. He says, "Hey brother, good show. Wanting to call in and give advice." Hey, yeah, man. Call in. The number is in the description, bro. You call right in. Yeah, throw it in the chat. We have Tony Barnett sends in $20. Shout out to Tony. He says, "Ladies, in addition to maintaining your femininity, please work on what your past or your past decisions have done to your outlook towards men and relationships. This is why we men look at women's past." That's facts. We got a caller coming in. Hey, welcome to No Fugazee. Shout your name and where you from.
Hey, yes, sir. This is Phil Jr. My name is Phil, and I'm from living in North Carolina. I'm from Jersey.
Got you. Oh, Phil, you just sent in the $10, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
What's going on, Phil? Any questions or comments, man?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely just have a comment. I definitely just wanted to say, one, man, good job for what you're doing. I've been trying to get up with you for a while, but I Lord willing, we'll be able to chop it up some other time. And I love what you're doing. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Indeed. But just to, maybe this will help out the young lady, because I know that you are a man of God and integrity. So I'm sure you probably would appreciate this as well. I just want to give the young lady some advice here. looking at, a couple of just biblical scriptures.
Sure.
I don't know if she's Christian or not, but basically.
Are you Christian?
Catholic?
Yes.
She's Catholic, she said.
Okay, well.
Fair enough. Close enough.
Close enough. Right. Close enough, right? So we understand just one principle, right, that we understand about this. And let me see, I got it right here. So it tells us that if we don't chastise, it says it right here, it's Proverbs 13:24.
Yeah.
Right, King James Version. It says, he that spareth his rod hateth his son. Right? So he that spareth his rod hateth his son. But he that loveth him chastiseth him betimes, meaning promptly. That betimes is promptly. So it's a thing where I understand that she's wants to protect right, her child, because she keeps referring to it as her child. But if a man comes in, whether he has a child with you, young lady, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. I see my buddy got problems with that too, remembering.
I don't remember. I still don't know her name, bro. You good, man?
Misa.
But sweetie, respectfully, it's like whether he has a child with you or he takes on your child, then if you grant him the access of a of an actual, if you commit to him rather, and say, okay, this is who I accept to be the man of my house or to lead me, right? So then you have to bequeath, those type of feelings, because what that's going to do is it's going to not allow you to, have that dominant man, have that leader, have that authoritative figure, have that loving man that will be able to protect ultimately you and your child. But that sometimes it has to go that way. Not all the time. I have a 12-year-old son. I have had to hit him basically about one, maybe twice. I don't really even count the other time because it was really nothing. But I mean, basically one time, and he's always since then just had a certain fear for me in my voice and everything else that I've had to do it, But sometimes they need that jolt, like my nieces and nephews. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm a small guy, but I get more respect than some of the 6 foot plus up top guys that come around. So I just wanted to say, man, just allow that ability, and we understand that the Lord said He chastises those He loves. So you can't take that ability away from a man, just like you can't take God away from a man. And if you do that, then you emasculate him, and you're not going to want him anyway. So I just wanted to give that little bit of advice, my man.
Facts, man. Hey, that's good advice, bro. Good advice. Basically, he's saying, in the Bible, whoop them dang kids. God's saying, whoop them dang kids, because if you ain't whooping them, you're probably hurting them more if you ain't whooping them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and you got to understand, we have boys.
Right.
I know.
Praise God.
But yo, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the support, man. Where'd you say you from again?
I'm from Jersey. I was, I was born in Livingston up there.
Livingston, yeah.
But I live in North Carolina, in Greenville. Yeah.
Okay, where? Well, shout out to Jersey. I'm from Jersey myself, and shout out to North Carolina, Greenville, man. I appreciate the call and the support, man.
Alrighty, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully, take that number down, man. Hopefully, we can link up. I don't know. I'm a little bit old. I'm 43. I'm trying to figure out how to link and do all those communication stuff. But I definitely wanted to talk to you.
Okay, man.
Privately and whatnot. And yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Just shoot me. We got getting so many calls, man. Shoot me a DM, man. Right on Instagram, through the No Fugazee page or the personal page. Do the No Fugazee page, because my other DMs, they be flooded. I ain't even gonna see it. Do the No Fugazee podcast page. And myself or my assistant will let me know when you DM, and then we can chop it up that way, bro. All right.
I will do it right now, my brother, because I did it to your personal page, and you're right.
Oh, yeah. See, look. I ain't even... Yeah, if you did it to my personal page, DMs, I get a lot a day, bro. I don't even see them.
Exactly.
But, all right, brother. Yo, I appreciate the support, man. Have a blessed day, man. We're going to get to the next caller.
Salute, brother. Peace.
All right, man. Salute. Okay, yeah, we had another call coming in, too, but it hung up. Okay. Anyways, this was a good pod.
Only about that super chat. We didn't really go over it. He sent 20. You was going over it, and then he called like right as you.
Oh, okay. Let me see. What was it? Oh yeah, that is right. Tony did send in 20 real quick. Oh, he didn't ask a question. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't ask a question. Thanks for calling No Fugazi. State your name and where you're from. Okay, they hung up. All right, well, that's their name and where they from. They hung up. But anyways, ladies, we're going to do last thoughts on the podcast. We're going to shut down the call line now, so no more calls coming in. We're going to do last thoughts on the podcast and then just have, a regular discourse. So this is the part of the podcast. If you have any questions, you could go ahead and ask a question. If it could be a question about anything we spoke about or just anything in general about dating and relationships. If you don't have a question, then you can give your last thoughts on the podcast and, how you liked it. Cool. And let's start with you.
Got
any questions?
What?
She said, "Oh, what?" Any questions?
I know there's a lot churning through my mind, but I'll just.
No. Go ahead. Speak your mind.
I mean,
I'm here for it.
I feel like she wasn't really listened or heard. Don't hit my kids is different than being like, hey, knock that shit off. That's different. You can be a man. You can get in their face. You can do that, but you don't pop them. That's her boundary.
Yeah.
That's all she was saying, and it turned into like that. Oh well, now I'm going to tell you to nurture my kid. Like, no, that's not at all. Like, no.
So what it turned into is just us giving.
Telling me I'm controlling.
Oh well, us giving a different perspective, right? So what it turned into
be doing
is
that shit all day long, acting like men and being the disciplinarians.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
We don't like it.
It doesn't work, and she
it's
knows.
not the same.
And she just admitted that kids don't even adhere to it most of the time. They don't even follow the woman disciplining. Being a disciplinarian. It goes in one ear and out the other.
Tug at her.
So what we were doing, and even the callers was doing, is just giving her some game. The last caller, he called in and he gave a scripture from the Bible that pretty much just said that, disciplining your kids, you're doing more harm by not disciplining your kids. That's what it says.
Tough
so to chastise your kids if they need to be chastised, pretty much, right? If it's worthy of being, if the what they've done is worthy of being chastised. So now when a man comes in, we both are single moms. When a man comes into a relationship, he is the best disciplinarian you're gonna have. Because you've even admitted kids don't really listen to you. They don't really listen to women, right? So if you choose a man, you have to give that, since the man has responsibility of protecting and providing for you, he should have a degree of authority too when it comes to disciplining the kids. And I know your one rule is don't hit my kids. We're saying that if what the kid Jose is doing is deemed to get hit for, the man that's coming into your life should be able to hit your kid. That's what we're saying. We know it doesn't feel good, but you can't prioritize your own feelings. That's not of God. It's not of anything. It's not of logic. It's not of reason. So I know you don't feel like it's good, but at the end of the day, even the Lord knows it's what's best for the kid. Now, of course, you want to be mindful of it and, make sure he's not actually abusing your kid. We're not saying a man should come into the relationship and abuse your kid. We're not promoting that.
We're just
saying that. Yeah, we're just saying that, hey, if this is a good man that you love, you allowing this man inside your vagina, he should have the ability to hit Jose.
You understand? If
he hitting this, he should be able to hit Jose.
Jose's got to be pretty
fucking
bad.
If he's smashing you, he should be able to clap Jose upside his head a few times. That's all he's saying.
I can't stress this enough. You have boys, and us boys, we need to be disciplined. Yeah, a little bit more tougher a little bit more harsher than not harsh, but like we just need more tough love in order for us to be put in our place because. You know, if I'm doing something really, really bad and my mom doesn't discipline me enough, now I think I could get away with it. And I'm going to go older to keep doing more bad shit because I know my mom ain't
Not only that, ladies, it's very simple. How do people, let's just think about it, right? Let's think very logical. Let's take it away from whoopings and all of this stuff. I'm going to break it down to you. This is the science of it, right? What's ways that people change behavior? I'll tell you one way that usually works is pain. When you feel pain, you're more prone to change your behavior, right?
That's true.
Think about it. You keep doing things, and it's like, once you feel this pain, you change your behavior. For example, let's say if, you're freaking parking in Allentown. You're running late. So you're going to park in a spot where you shouldn't be parking, so you get this parking ticket. Okay, you're like, I'll pay this parking ticket. But you don't pay it. So then the next day, you park there. I'll pay this one. Then you get so many, you park there and they put a boot on your car. You felt that pain. Now you're changing your behaviors. You're paying that ticket and you're not parking there no more. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it has to come a point to where you have to draw the line. Right? Mm-hmm. And most human beings only change their behavior when they feel pain, feel consequences to their actions, is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So disciplining a kid, okay, we all know there's levels. Strike one, okay, do it again. I told you. Strike two, go in the corner. Strike three, whooping. It has to be levels to it, or any human being is going to keep taking advantage of the system that you've created, the system in society, the system in the household. So the man, we're saying, is the primary disciplinarian in the household. So let that man do his job.
Yeah, taking away shit.
It's like, it's say cops. You called 911. Oh, a burglary just happened. They broke into my house. And the cops was like, well, I'm going to try with my BB gun first. Like, what? No, you want the cop to come out blazing. Boom, 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 boom. Not come out with a freaking BB gun or a dart.
Yeah, because taking away things and saying, no, don't do that is only going to work so long. You know what I mean? What if he's 17? You take away his Xbox. He could get a job and just buy another one. Now what? You know what I mean? Now, or you tell him stop doing that, or you yell at him, curse at him. Yep. Now he knows, I could keep doing bad things. Nothing's going to happen to me. All I'm going to do is get yelled at. I could take that. I could get cursed at. I could take that. I'm still going to do the best if it's not enough. Like he said, sometimes they need an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Especially boys. I'm telling you, especially boys. You don't want him to grow up to be a bitch, do you? You know what I'm saying? Or you don't want him to grow up to be a criminal. What do they say? The majority, they say like criminals and delinquent kids come from single mother households.
Yeah, that is true.
Why is that? Because
women can't discipline kids. And kids don't want to be disciplined by no dang on women.
You think when your son gets 17, think he's going to be scared of what his mom's going to do to him? No, he's going to be scared about what his dad's going to do.
That's true.
Anyways,
maybe once I cross that and get to somebody that's like, okay,
that you trust,
I trust, it'll be something different. But I haven't gotten to that.
Right, obviously, yeah. Don't just come to let any dude just.
Exactly. Now I have a question.
Okay.
Because y'all talking about, oh, you gonna let this man hit whatever. Da 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 da. When is
it okay to let a man hit?
Like what is it? No.
And y'all thought though.
Like, what is it like? Because, okay, like, I've been talking to this dude for a month, right? It's kind of like, yeah.
Y'all chilled?
We've only hung out once.
Okay.
And then it doesn't,
you know. Like that. He ain't a catch.
It's not that. It's just, I don't feel like the effort is being put into
so he ain't a catch. Yeah.
Okay.
Or he probably's not feeling like that either, too.
But at the end of the day, he ain't a catch.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like...
It's been a month, bro. He ain't get the phone.
I would have been got
What do you mean it's been a month? I thought it's up to me. What if it's like I don't want you?
Yeah, but when a girl really...
I've really been into somebody, and I'm just like, you know what? It's like...
If you was really feeling him, you would have been gave it up already.
Yeah.
You're not feeling him like that, and that's okay.
So wait, what's your question, though?
No.
We want to know what's the question.
No. What's your question?
But I've had guys stick around longer than that, and it's like...
Okay, no, it's okay, Mamacita.
You know what? Forget it. I just wasn't feeling them.
It's okay, Mamacita. Okay. What's the question, though? You had a question.
Disregard it. I forgot. It's done slipped my mind. It's okay.
You wasn't feeling him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. I know you had, that was kind of your statement. Did you had a question though?
I just have so many.
Yeah, so
No,
you got so many thoughts.
Just also the whole thing. I was like kind
this?
of.
Can you just put it, move it that way?
That?
No, like you see how it's up.
That.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Okay. The whole thing, or like way back when they were like, yeah, guys don't give a shit what you guys are talking about. We don't really care about, like, 'cause I was talking about men putting in effort, trying to get to know me, like taking an interest. And then he was like, what's attractive to a woman? Like, what makes a woman different from the rest? Because if all women are basically want the same things or provide the same things. And one of his things was, I want a woman who caters to me and takes note of like my interests and the things that I like. Well, like,
Said that?
yeah.
Okay, keep on.
But like, so why is it that like men have that expectation of women to be interested in them, but they can just not give a shit about us and be like, oh, well, we'll just pay your bills and, you know,
right?
Like
no,
your children.
So it's different. Yeah. So what he talked about, what a man wants, because we all want most want the same thing, but similar differences. We just want a woman to be our cheerleader and to give us peace. Right? To be our cheerleader mean that throughout my endeavors in life and the missions and the things that I'm trying to accomplish, cheer me on throughout that.
Okay.
So can be
but what about
for words of
her? If she has ambitions and drives and things that she wants, do you give a shit?
Well, at the end of the day, it's not about do we give, do we care.
Isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Can a woman be your cheerleader if she doesn't give a shit what you're doing?
No. That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. I'm saying that that's what the man wants. Now you're trying to flip it on the backside. You're saying, what about the woman? What can the man be doing, to the woman to make her feel special, right? If you have a man that is protecting and providing for you, he's taking the burden of you being out in the workforce and competing with other human beings, which is the biggest sacrifice. Yeah. So he's doing the ultimate sacrifice by allowing you not to work.
So that's all I should look for in a man.
No. What I'm saying is that those are the things that you should prioritize and actually cherish. But the facts is that women have been socially constructed to believe and have this self of independency and not really care about a man that's actually out there being a traditional man and protecting and providing. It's like, oh, that's all you're doing is paying my bills and doing things? Well, like, stupid woman, deal. You want to go out in the market and compete with other individuals and try to make $100,000 plus a year? Okay, then if the man is doing that at a high degree, appreciate that, because he's sacrificing his time for you. That's a huge sacrifice. It isn't easy, right? So at the end of the day, of course, a man, I already said, women are emotional creatures. So a man has to, he wants to make the woman feel good. We know it's just not about, we're not saying that a man should just be working and protecting and providing and not care about anything else, right? So we know women like to laugh. The man got to be charismatic. He got to be charming, right? He got to make you feel special. So the man should be doing everything. But at the end of the day, even when a man does everything, y'all find something to not be satisfied with. Like, you can't discipline my kids. No, I'm playing with you. I'm messing with you. But I do get what you're saying, and I agree that a man should be still making a woman feel good. We're just saying that if we're being truthful, in most scenarios, we don't really give a freak about what you're doing. In the beginning stage, but when we actually love you and we're in a relationship with you, then we actually start caring. And we're like, okay, what the freak you watching? Are you watching 90 Day Fiance all the time? Okay, all right, that's fun. You watching this? Okay, cool. We'll get into it or may make a few jokes, but that's about it.
I don't think I'm alone here or crazy to say though that you don't. When you are a single independent woman who is raising their kids on their own and you don't necessarily want that, you want a partner, you want a man to step in and play a manly partner, role, the masculine role. But to get to that point when you've been doing it for years and years by yourself, to have a man come in and take over your finances and take over all that stuff, that's scary shit. And you got to love the fuck out of that man. And you got to trust that man with your whole heart. And to get to that level, doesn't a man have to put in the effort and not just be charismatic and because players are one thing. You can be smooth as fuck. But to love me and know my heart, Like, that's why these men, they don't, like, men out there don't seem to get it. Like, they, like, want to, like, come in your DMs and be like, oh, like, you know, chat, but they don't keep your interest, or they expect you to do the work.
The thing
to,
is,
like,
masculine men know your heart. The fact is that most women, you don't know your own heart. That's the truthfulness.
I mean, he does have a point on that.
So,
I know my
like, you could say that because you barely even know what you want to eat half the time.
That's right.
You barely can choose something on Netflix to watch. You're scrolling for 10 minutes. God dang, choose. You already watched that twice. Just watch this one. It just came out.
Understand my values,
100%.
like what, like, you know, my outlooks on life, to be take an interest in me, because they, like, genuinely want to, like, you know, create the best environment for me.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to nurture them and create the best environment for them. Like, it's a partnership. But, like, I feel like that was earlier. It was like, men don't just, they don't care what you're talking about. Men that want to fuck you don't.
Men that,
that's all they want.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Men that in the beginning of the relationship, men don't really care. After we grow a liking to the woman, it's like, okay, you know, and it's not even like we really care. Like, you watching your shows, you got these little hobbies that you're into. It's like, you know, okay, cool, we'll go along to get along
Madden
sometimes.
On the freaking Xbox, like,
yeah, those, I don't play video games or smoke or drink, but a lot of men do that. So I get what you're saying. So it's all about, you got to pick your poison too. The type of men you're dealing with, they ain't gonna be perfect. You want a high value man, most likely you're gonna be slanging his dick other places. You want a low value man, most likely you're gonna be playing video games, smoking and drinking. You want a middle class man, he may be doing both. So at the end of the day, you gotta kind of pick your poison and look for a man with, like, integrity and good and higher morals. And then not only that, if you're looking for that, if you want that type of man, you got to be that type of woman too.
But the high value men with supposed integrity and morals too are going to be slinging their dick other places. You said.
I didn't say that.
Didn't he?
No, I said high value men, as far as like a 1% man, height, status, income, things like that. The guy that makes you feel like, oh, well, wow.
See, to me, a high value man is a guy with integrity.
Integrity and morals. Okay, cool. So the guy with integrity and morals, okay, cool. Then he believes in a higher power. Maybe he has a religious backing that he prioritizes that instead of his own nature, right? So if you get a guy like that, well, okay, well, that guy is definitely looking for a very traditional woman, a woman usually without any kids, a woman, that guy not even wants a virgin, he needs a virgin.
You mean any guy that won't cheat?
No. Well, we could put that on there too. I'm talking about a man that prioritizes God. And a higher source. We're talking about morals, right? If you have a high sense of morals and integrity, you obviously are looking at a higher source in most cases.
That's like maybe the Christian, like.
Well, no, like, just in most cases, you believe in something higher than yourself. If you ain't, it goes like this. Yeah. We are all human beings of nature. We all have these natural proclivities, right? And we saying that you use cheating for an example, right? So a natural proclivity in a man is to want quantity, multiple women, right? How can a man, something has to supersede what his natural proclivity is. And usually the only thing that supersedes a natural proclivity is a strong belief. Right? And that strong belief is based in with God, right? So then his morality can supersede his natural proclivity.
So isn't that how people end up in marriages that are unhappy because they're like, oh, I'm going to stay in this marriage because this is like the right thing to do?
No.
No,
I'm not talking about that. Of what?
Like if you're only not cheating just because you're like, you know.
No. Not only not cheating just because. No. I'm talking about a man that, like, listen to actually understand what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. There's always exceptions to the rule in a case where it could be, oh, he's going to church all the time, but he's sleeping with one of the girls in the pulpit or something like that. One of the girls in the audience. We know there's always situations like that. That man wasn't prioritizing his moralities and God over his own natural proclivities. I'm talking about the man that you said, a man that prioritizes integrity and high morals, right? That type of man is prioritizing, his moralities supersedes his natural proclivities, which is being promiscuous, right? Sleeping with and wanting quantity, multiple women. If you get that man, he's going to want a very traditional woman. And not only want, that man actually deserves a traditional woman, which is a woman with no kids, a woman that's young and fertile, right? So those men, to be honest, are kind of out of the equation. You can still find those men, but you're going to have to go to church to find those men. And so that means that you're probably going to have to change your moral beliefs and your backing.
Read tarot cards.
And you're read tarot cards for a living. So it's like,
forever. I'll just be coming
yeah. At the end of the day, you might as well try to get one of them young Thundercats, slang that wildcat poon on them, and see if you could change their beliefs.
Have my fun. Yep.
But that's cool. Any other questions? No. Last thoughts on the podcast? How'd you like it?
It was interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll definitely have you back. Would you come back?
Definitely made me think, yeah.
Okay. I'll have you back. And next time, if you want to come back, it'll be more girls and it'll be no call-in shows, less of me talking, more, you know, girl interaction and stuff like that going on. Okay, cool. Thank you for coming. And how about yourself? Any questions?
I do have a question.
Yes.
So, for me personally, how would I filter out men who just want to sleep around with me and someone who actually wants something serious with me? Like, how do I filter out?
Like, how can you tell if they want to sleep with you or want a real relationship with you?
Yeah. A few ways to filter that out is how you advertise yourself. So advertising yourself in a very non-promiscuous way helps because then if you are, it just helps a whole lot because you have less men looking at you as a sex object.
Okay.
Men are naturally going to view a woman sexually, but you can lessen that if you advertise yourself in a more respectful manner.
Okay.
So advertisement. The other way is knowing you got to just come to the realization. It's like if I said, how can I find a woman that's not going to be hypergamous, which is almost like a gold digger, right? Like just like look for a man that like, oh, they know that I have my stuff together. Well, how can I like kind of find a girl that's not going to be like, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm after Cooley because I know he got the bag. Well, it's kind of already out. Or I'm after, what's your name again?
Mirza.
Mirza. I'm after Mirza because, you know, she's sexy. Well, it's obviously you could be attractive to men. And it's obviously I could look like I got the bag to most women, right? So those are things that we can't get rid of. Those it's just gonna happen, right? So you could do things by the way you advertise yourself. And then the other thing is understanding what I just explained to you, understanding that most men, they want to take the easiest route to success. So what you could continue doing what you're doing, but still be an interesting individual. So if you want to hold sex, right? Like meaning that you want to, have a guy with a month or 2 months, however long you want to wait, because you hold the key and by all means, baby girl, that's totally fine, right? But if you want to hold out from sex, then you have to be interesting yourself to that man because why would he wait around if you're not that interesting?
Okay.
Yeah. Ways to be interesting to a man. Sign up for my coaching. Link in description.
Oh, come on.
Link in description. You know, you can schedule that one-on-one. I got you, Mamacita. I'll tell you the secrets. I'll give you the sauce in detail. She was so close, like he's about to give me the key. But any other questions?
No.
No? All right. Well, how'd you like the podcast?
It was good.
It was good?
Yep.
Would you come back?
I would.
Cool. We ain't get on you too much, right? I think it was a good, genuine
Just
conversation.
about the whole discipline of kids thing.
Discipline the kids. Yeah. I think it was a fun conversation, right?
It was okay. Yeah.
It was okay?
One more thing. But also, you got to figure out what kind of man do you want to date? Men with kids, men without kids, older men, men around your age, maybe a little bit younger, because that all plays a major factor if it will take you serious or not. Seriously, because most men with no kids, sorry, but they're not going to want to.
Don't even.
Yeah, most men with no kids.
You should ask, do you have kids? No kids? Oh, yeah, forget it.
Yeah, that's how you filter it out. Does he have kids?
You can filter that out real quick.
If he doesn't have kids, most likely
he ain't taking you serious
at all.
At all.
If he has kids, there's a great chance he'll take you serious because he knows what it's like. Especially if, you know what I mean?
And it just makes more sense, too.
It just makes more sense. So that's a way to filter them out. If he has kids and if he doesn't have kids. If he doesn't have kids, he's just going to want to smash. If he has kids, he's considering taking you seriously because he knows that you understand what it's like to be a single parent. That's the mutual thing that you guys have in common. If he's younger than you, you already know he wants to smash.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Older than you have a good chance with that too, because especially if he has kids. Now, if he doesn't have kids and he's older than you, he just wants to smash. So that's the harsh reality, though. You know what I'm saying? So my best bet for you is go for a guy that has kids, because you guys can both understand like what it takes to be a single parent, what it takes to raise kids, and you guys may just have the same views in terms of raising kids. So that's your best bet. That's the best way to filter out a guy.
Okay.
All right.
Word. All right, chat. Hey, thank you guys for supporting it. I think this was a pretty cool call-in show, right?
Yeah, I think it was dope.
Yeah. Other than that, hey man, we have the next live show on Friday. We gonna have a huge panel on Friday. So Friday, tune in. Probably got about 8 girls coming, so it's gonna be lit. Other than that, we out. Peace.